Hey, we did it.
Yeah.
Welcome,
You did it,
everybody.
Gary. You started the stream.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody, to Friday Night Tights. Disparu, we don't know where Disparu is. Last time I saw him, he was cooling his balls on the tile on my back patio, and I haven't seen him since. Maybe
He's
a
in a
coyote.
lesbian coma.
He's in a Peacemaker orgy.
A lot of tiny dongs in that. Tiny
Or is still
dongs.
throwing up from having to watch it.
A lot
Yeah.
of really unattractive people.
Yeah.
Could be.
Oy, oy.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about, including Disney has figured out they've cracked the code, everybody. They've cracked the code. The mystery that was wrapped up in Enigma, they figured it out. They need dudes.
And promptly lost it.
They need dudes for their dude brands. And guess what? They need the incels and the toxic fans back. I can't wait for you all to rush back to them. So we'll talk about that. In other news that we have been talking about for months that the Access Media is finally coming around to is it turns out it wasn't really good year for movies and a horrible summer. Despite the
Gave it
super
away.
successful
What?
Superman.
I
Yeah.
thought it was all great.
It was
But
all
I
great.
thought survive till 25. This is 25.
No, as
Motherfucker.
as I just changed the title, it's now Survive 25.
Oh.
You like that?
Well, I did want to kill myself after Peacemaker, so I think that Survive was just us, never mind the film.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we'll talk about Peacemaker because, man, gather the kids around. Fun for the whole family.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm joining the orgy. I'm joining the orgy. The Peacemaker orgy.
This is why they kicked you off of X.
Yeah. It's the Zempic RTU.
Well, Shada does not look
yeah.
that different
Yeah.
from most of the extras that were in that orgy scene.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, but
I think we can
that would
minimize
be
that.
too much
Something
insult
for me to
but-
rap to.
I'd like to welcome Paul
I'd rather
Chato
fuck
to
to
Friday
that
Night
than
Tights.
What an entrance.
I will. Thank you.
And
I was-
welcome
I
back
was
to
kicked off of X, but I always have a home here, so thank you.
You do. And you're back on X.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a very strange and long story that brought you back to X.
Bizarre.
And it all starts with Dan Vask.
Doing good for change.
And Will Wheaton, right?
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Yes.
well,
If we go back to February of
Pussy.
Yes, exactly. So we go back to February of 2024. Paul tweeted something about Will Wheaton being really mad at Larry David. I hope you're all following at home for beating up
yeah.
Elmo.
Mm.
So that's how it started. So he posted that. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke, and then I looked into that Will Wheaton was genuinely pissed off.
Will Wheaton is a joke, yeah.
Yes. So I said, "What a pussy." I guess somebody tagged Shatner with me responding to you saying, "What a pussy." Shatner thought it was me calling him a pussy, or Shatner's handlers, and they blocked me. So Dan heard that they had blocked me, and I had told the story, and I'm like, "Well, I'm responding," because Shatner said it was over a tweet from 2020. I hope you're all 21. I hope you're all following at home. Turns out it was from that tweet from 2024, and I just mentioned that. Well, yeah, you've been blocked off Twitter. Now I know you didn't care. Right, I know you were not blocked. You were censored. You were taken off this awesome free speech network. So I just lightly messaged it. All of a sudden, people are going, "What the hell's? Where's Paul?" They didn't notice you were gone that entire year. I did, by the way. I just want to point out.
Thank you.
But somehow, some way, somebody contacted Twitter support and got Paul Chato back. How did what did you get suspended for?
I don't want to say.
Okay, he got suspended.
Are you being anti-Semitic again, Paul?
Oh, yeah. That's
Did you pull an Elmo? Is that what you
yeah.
did?
I pulled my Elmo.
All over Will Wheaton's face.
Shut up, Wesley.
Anyways, I got a note from a fan saying, "Hey, I just got notice on X. I got one of your posts." I went,
Wow.
"What?" from a year ago.
From 3
I
years
went
ago.
on and they said, you've been a bad boy, but we're letting you back on.
Wow.
And I went,
Yay.
Wow.
okay. But to truth be told, I was addicted to X, and I was thankful that I got booted from it. And now I've learned my lesson, and I'm just writing
Addicted again.
jokes.
Right back in.
No,
it.
I remember when you talked about it when you got off. You're like, fine. I consider this a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't. It's been fun. It's been a lot more fun since Elon took over, but now it's getting less fun. It's
Yeah, I think so.
Just filled with bots and stuff.
Well, the world is getting less fun.
Yeah.
Aw.
Let's try to make
No
the
sense of
world
humor.
fun. Let's laugh at stupid Hollywood.
It's all just fucking porn bots, crypto scams, and stupid AI shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's just
yeah.
Elon.
Can I
That was just Peacemaker.
Ah.
Gary, when a post of yours launches on YouTube, do you have to immediately scour it for those porn bot like this your post of yours gives me lots of energy?
Bro, you can't even you can't keep up with it. Like if you
Don't
ban a
ban
couple,
porn
they'll
bots.
just be back the next day. So it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Where's the
Like,
group messages
like a
that you
Hydra.
get?
it'll just be it'll be random, like the first slew of comments you'll get on any video across any channel you put anything
Bang.
on. It'll
Bang.
be like some chick with her ass in a bikini, like as close to the camera as possible. And it's like, wow, your content is so inspiring. It's like no real person has ever said that about any video I've ever made.
It's usually you're a dumb fuck.
Wait. No, Red Letter Media has Ryan. Okay.
Big fan.
No, I don't see him that much anymore. Maybe it's because the blue check
Oh.
mark, or I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't see him. It's probably because I don't click on him.
I don't get porn bots. I think it depends on if you're watching porn or not.
I'm
No,
not.
If we're talking about on you have to have people watching like the channel and making videos and putting out videos to get the comments to see them. You know what
Listen,
I mean?
I don't watch porn. I have to take Viagra just to masturbate.
We're all gonna be there, man. You can laugh all you want.
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome to your future, guys.
That's why I want to die at 50, Paul.
No.
What's that? A couple of years from now?
Oh.
Yeah, too many, unfortunately.
Ryan's gonna live to 150 just because he wants to die at 50. We've said it time and time again. He's the Grinch, man. He's just gonna be grumpy forever.
I'm
one
hoping
of the
my head
things-
grows 3 sizes and I fucking die. Like that's what I'm hoping. So
No, you want to stay slim. One of the things that's funny about aging through YouTube is that first everyone thought I was Chevy Chase. Then I went through my John Lithgow stage. And now people think I'm Larry David.
Hey, there you go.
Go slap Elmo.
Why did you punch Elmo?
They're all successful.
Yeah, that was a very funny bit that Larry David did with Elmo. I mean, you know who Larry David is, you know his shtick, and then he ripped into Elmo and pretended to choke him, and Will Wheaton just peed his pants.
Yeah, he did. He must be like super fun to hang around. Will we?
Oh, my God,
Oh,
no!
yeah, you know.
Oh,
And the funny thing is he gives Shatner a bunch of shit. He hates Shatner.
oh,
Publicly hates Shatner.
wow!
Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. I'm also blocked by the entire Star Trek franchise, so that's a badge of honor.
Also,
Well,
zombie
Shatner,
not
so.
this franchise.
I can't even remember what it was for.
Oh, there's some
honest with
good news. Some guy from Apple has been is going to be taking over Star Trek on Paramount.
Is he taking over the movie side or TV side?
I don't know, but it's the guy who did the thing on the moon.
The fake landing?
Hey, no, yes, that one.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
we're
Sorry, that
All
was Stanley
Mankind.
Kubrick. My bad.
say
That's
back
Stanley
in the day.
Kubrick. Yeah, sorry.
For All Mankind, the guy who did For All
yeah.
Mankind is taking over Star Trek at Paramount.
Whoa! No way! No way!
That's
Yes.
what I understand.
Ronald
Yes.
Let's see.
Ronald D. Moore is
Well,
taking over Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
From,
saw
B-
Robert
from
talk
Battlestar
about it earlier.
Galactica,
Yes, correct.
who used to work on Star Trek.
Correct.
Have they
phenomenal
Have they
news.
fired Alex Kurtzman and erased all of his canon?
I don't know, but they should. They should put a magnet on his hard drive.
We were begging for Ronald D. Moore 5 years ago when they should have fired Kurtzman. I mean, it's
Yes.
great, but like, dude, damage done. I mean, like, what do you
Yeah,
do?
it's too little, too late.
You'd have to
now.
put it like in its own
You have to
timeline.
wipe it.
You just I mean, just say it's a Kurtzman timeline and a Kelvin timeline. We've been saying that forever. It's like you want to fix this. I mean, it'll still suck, but put it in a different timeline.
I'll still take this as good news.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an effort. If that's true, that's freaking great.
Yeah.
Find an article, Garrett. If there's an
I'm
article,
looking.
on that. You're
I'm
looking.
looking.
All right,
I
but
could be
I see
wrong.
one from back in, let's see, 22,
Let's-
24.
let's start out with the big news, shall we? Are we all caught up on
Peacemaker sucks.
No, we'll do that later.
Okay.
We'll do not Cracker Barrel.
Peacemaker literally sucks, by the way.
Poor Cracker Barrel.
The whole
Ugh.
thing's stupid.
Oh no, fuck
What do you
him.
mean, poor
No,
Cracker Barrel?
Fuck Cracker Barrel.
No, I
You're
love
idiot.
Cracker Barrel. It's wholesome.
Well, now you can watch
Not
gay
anymore.
people fucking in it instead. So
No.
That's
Even-
happening in Cracker Barrel.
I mean, it probably is. To be honest with you, let's
It
be
was
real.
always
and
happening.
Waffle
Cracker
Houses
Barrel.
and everything else.
Modernized.
And everywhere else. No, Disney's Boy Trouble, guys. This was the big news yesterday. Everybody's made videos about
What
it.
a weird fucking headline. Can we
I
just
know.
say that? Like, like over the past 5 years with everything the company's been implicated in, and like Elio is supposed to be gay as shit, and all these Pixar queer trans characters. Disney's Boy Trouble. What, they
Sounds
fucked them? Like,
sounds
oh,
on
that's
brand,
what-
actually.
I
Boy
suppose.
trouble.
Is this the gayest Gen Z ever?
yes.
I like how it's also they literally bought properties that were male and boy branded, and now they're
Turned them
having
into
to
girl
seek
brands?
something else
Well,
because they've turned those into girls.
Shame
I
on
wonder
boys.
what happened.
That's
I
the
wonder what
no.
could have happened.
That's the source
No
of all
idea.
of this. And they
Yeah.
didn't say this particularly with Marvel when they bought it back in 2009, but Bob Iger like mentions it in his book, and they made it clear that like one of the reasons they bought Star Wars was to bring in more of a male audience. That's what they were trying to do, because Disney has always been a girls brand. It always skews girl. It always skews Disney princess. It always has. So they needed some masculinity, and what did they do? They made it a
fucked it
girl
up.
brand.
Made it gay.
Put a chicken in it, make it gay.
They made it a girl brand. Disney's Boy Trouble. Studio seeks original IP to win back Gen Z men amid Marvel Lucasfilm struggles. So they admit there's a
Good luck
struggle.
with that.
They admit, I'm glad that they admit there's a struggle with Marvel. The thing is, though, and we've all mentioned this, they aren't planning to fix Marvel and Star Wars. They are planning to move on.
Yeah.
They are planning
That's
to.
what it
That's
implies.
amazing.
That's exactly it.
They are planning to move on to other things. Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty aren't the
Positive.
only ones looking for a prince. Now,
These
Shut up,
writers,
Variety.
these writers, they're so good.
they are.
This is
So,
almost as funny as James Gunn.
Yeah.
leadership, Walt Disney Studios has been pressing Hollywood creatives to recent months. Multiple sources tell Variety for movies that will bring young men back to the brand in a meaningful way, guys. Young men, in quotes, is defined here by people who are too old for Kevin
Women.
Spacey.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
They've aged out.
Oh.
Scroll down.
He'll call you out now. He's
He's
not
not too
afraid.
old for
He's
that.
calling out what's Majiggy?
No, I was asked on Piers. It's like,
Guy thingamajiggy.
Piers-
What's he called? Pierce, yeah.
thank you for the informed content as Guy Thingamajiggy what he
You
was
are
called.
literally reading a fucking Variety article.
On
You couldn't be less informed if you fucking tried.
Piers Morgan asked us, because he had done, asked me and Drinker, and
Kevin Spacey up the shitter.
he asked Kevin Spacey, he had Kevin Spacey on, and he's like, do you think there's room for redemption here? And we all just said,
Oof.
no, there's too much smoke with
There's
that
too
fire.
many dead bodies.
Yeah.
Hold on, just let's think about this for a second. You guys remember that last season of House of Cards? Like how great the show was all the way up
The
until
show
then?
wasn't great up until then. The show was
Hold
great
on.
for first 2 seasons.
It was a lot better.
wasn't great.
The first 4 seasons were better than that last season.
Sure.
Undeniably, unequivocally, there's no doubt about that. You know, I'm willing to just, Kevin Spacey, let's give it one more try. You might have fucked some kids or whatever, but
Oh.
Frank Underwood, I mean, run it back one more time, Frank.
He can just do his solo things beside the fire Christmas that are totally not creepy at all.
That's why he was so good in that role. We didn't realize it. He wasn't acting.
He wasn't acting.
Actually,
That's
is
just who he
Frank
is.
Underwood.
Just being himself.
Indeed.
I just want to start copping off with my bodyguard. Can we do that?
Send all of your emails about Ryan to redlettermedia@gmail.com.
They love him there.
First,
I'm just saying, look, sometimes you have to sacrifice some things for your entertainment. Movies were a lot better when people were looking the other way about Harvey Weinstein, okay?
It's true.
They were.
Yeah. Do you have to be as evil as Harvey Weinstein to make as many good movies as produce as many good movies as he did? I mean, Tarantino came out of his crew, right? I mean, a lot of good stuff came out of Miramax.
Used to kiss his ass, didn't he?
yeah.
So you know what? I mean, I've often wondered, and when I was in Hollywood, I met some evil people, and they did some of the most famous work. Is there a correlation?
And they're still there.
Of course.
They're still, some of them are still there. So, I mean, we're not going to go over the whole article, but we could definitely discuss the bullet points, which I'm sure most of you have read this already. First, every film studio is looking for better ways to convert young audiences. Convert young audiences into convert young audiences into habitual moviegoers. I'm glad they said moviegoers, because they've been so busy converting young people to other things, like Moloch. Numerous studies show that Gen Z men, in particular, are a lonely, gaming-obsessed group who were hampered in their formative years by COVID-19. Even the 28-year-olds, apparently, the lockdowns. Hey, I know you're incels, but we need your money. Okay.
They're fucking losers.
I know you're
This is
fucking
really a back
losers.
editing, gaming obsessed. I really want to.
I know they're in their mother's basements masturbating to porn every day on the go.
Need their money.
But we kind of need you now, okay?
Not in the UK. Not without a VPN.
Not in Florida. They don't have basements there.
Oh,
True.
They don't have any in Texas either.
Yeah. Or Louisiana.
I'm in my basement.
Me too.
I'm upstairs.
Me too.
I'm upstairs as well.
Writers.
Oh, hey, let's tell
Basement
everybody where we are. Which room are you in, Chrissy?
Basement check. What's up, my basement peeps?
What's up? Az is upstairs, by the way. I know where his room is.
He near you.
Docs, I know exactly where he lives.
I know exactly where he
He's
lives.
been here, done that. Gary's been here, done
Yeah,
that.
a few times.
I know it's
Showed him
shocking,
who's
but when
daddy.
it's a new thing for you, Az, but when people
We
live
went
in
all Peacemaker.
houses or homes that are above 400 square feet, they can actually be in different places.
You know, I know. Well, because Az is in the UK, I'm predicting he's on the third floor
God
in a
damn it, Ryan.
converted attic.
Yes.
No, I used to. When I
fucking
first started
Brits
YouTube, I
convert
was
all
in a
your
converted attic.
Yeah.
They do that.
But the attic is converted, yes.
Of course it is.
It is. And he found a young German girl inside. So.
Whereas Gary is a converted addict.
Fucking people in the UK, they're living in their goddamn attics with all their computer equipment. They're like, why is it so hot here? I
That's
don't
what
know.
I kept
I know.
asking myself. Why? Now
Well,
let's just make sure the window's firmly closed. Good.
Hey, I think we found Disparu.
Oh,
That AC.
That feels good.
Hey.
Cooling his nuts for a
yeah,
second.
yeah. You're saying, yeah.
If you know, okay.
Gotta keep that tail fluffy.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's why I'm so disappointed to be back in the UK. Not due to the Orwellian 1984 shit. It's just I've
That's
left
hot air, you know.
1,100 square feet of apartment behind, and oh man, it's, you know.
All right. So
All the freedom over here.
after they backhandedly almost just outright called you all incels, go back up. I want to finish that.
Right?
sentence.
Yeah,
Well,
any
technically
Gen
I
Z
am
men
right
that
now.
are watching this, you catch some flack in this one. They just
Yeah.
offhandedly are like, by the way, they're a
Lonely.
bunch of fucking autistic losers.
I know. It's
What
like
they said,
Lonely.
yeah.
Oh my God. And hey, we need you to come back to all that nerd stuff, you know, that you incels all like, even though it within the stories, we're going to make you all the bad guys still, for the next year. For the next year, every like superhero thing is going to either have like an incel controlling an AI, to bring back fascism. That's going to be every fucking story for the next 2 years from Hollywood. I mean, that was Peacemaker season 1. Not the easiest segment to grasp.
This is so stupid.
It is so dumb. It actually is, but fuck off. But what's surprising producers and writers, I love this line, and other partners in the larger industry is that Disney has been calling for original concepts. They even call out Disney. It's like to lure the demo back to the movies. It's like,
It's funny. They have
wait a minute.
And they fucked it up.
It's like, forget the admitting that you need men thing. You want to do original stuff? What the fuck are you talking about?
Because that's worked out so well for you. How did Elio do this year, huh?
This is so funny. Instead of fixing any of the properties they have, let's just try and find some new stuff that we can ruin. They're
What
not
can we
gonna change
buy,
their
basically?
behavior
Hey, at least
at all.
it's some movement though. At least it's some growth from them. Now they're going to ruin their own stuff before ruining other
If
people's
they
what they're
can't
gonna realize-
adapt, if they can't adapt Star Wars, you can't adapt
screwed.
original shit. Okay,
No, they're done.
It was
They're
already there.
If
No,
they can't even put out a Blade movie where Blade's in leather killing vampires, then yeah, guess what? They can't do anything.
If that baffles you,
Indeed.
you might have a problem.
Yeah. Well, the first step is admitting you have a problem, but the thing is, they're going to go, "We have a problem," and promptly forget about it and keep doing what they've been doing.
Well, I mean,
What?
go on, Paul.
Okay, I was going to say what they need to do is go back to the way it all started. Men created the industry. Men created the IP. Men wrote this shit. Men wrote the fucking software that created the CG stuff. Men did all of this stuff. Then it was taken away from us. The comic books were originally written by men. This was all created by men. With the
Yeah,
odd
but who
talented
got
woman.
you coffee?
That's correct.
Very important.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Very
Kathleen
important part of
Kennedy,
it. Who administered the enemas. This is all super important. But so this was all now taken away from us. The comic book industry was handed over to women. The book publishing is now all being managed by
Holy
women.
crap.
The studios are managed by women or guys who want to be women. And now they're figuring out, well, so how do we get this whole thing back? Well, give all this stuff back to us. We created it.
Yep.
We can do this again.
Oh,
Like,
but
don't
that means
think
giving
about
up.
how to do it. Just give it back to
Means
us.
giving up power.
assholes.
But that means giving up power. They
Yes.
never do that.
That's the issue. Thank you.
It's
Yes.
yes. It was always about power, ego, hubris. It wasn't about fixing anything. They could have fixed Marvel and Star Wars years ago. They could have fixed Star Trek
They
years
chose
ago.
not to.
And even this article like fails to mention what the actual problem is. Right? They don't really get it. They don't mention Kathleen Kennedy at all. They don't get into how the stories treat men, how the stories treat heroes, how these companies have treated fans. And they always want to listen. The internet's the internet. You're hearing everybody. So they want to point out the assholes. There's always assholes and trolls, and they're usually 14.
You're
right?
welcome.
But they don't want. But they don't want to listen to what like the legit. And we've been saying this for years. The legit criticism they've been getting from fans for half a decade. For a decade, we're a decade into this shit.
Yes.
Right. And
Consistent criticism,
at
not
least
random
10
throwing
years
out
now.
shit. Consistent criticism on the very same points year after year after year, and now they go, "Oh, where are all the men? Why don't they like our stuff?" It's because you made it for somebody else, and you explicitly said it's for somebody else and not you.
Forces
Well,
female.
it's like the Democratic Party trying to figure out why aren't men voting Democrat anymore. It's like, gee, I wonder why.
Well,
Maybe it's because you keep
Oh, you
shitting
had
on
to
them.
go make it political.
you had to go.
It's the same fucking thing, dude.
It is. There was an article in the Los Angeles Times saying that the Democratic Party and Hollywood are going through exactly the same thing, right? And it's because you drove away dudes, and in driving away dudes, you drove away a bunch of women too, who just happen to like dudes. And then, of course, we can't forget the dudes who want to be women.
Women do like the psychotic shit that men come up with.
No,
They do.
Unfortunately.
They've always been part of. I've been to fan fests. I've signed autographs, and women enjoy the crazy stuff we come up with. For instance, I mean, as you know about Mrs. Brown's Boys, right? I mean, a hilarious
Yes,
show.
Yes,
it's a dude in a woman's
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
and it's unbelievably rude. And I don't mean to disparage funny women, but he's funny because he's a dude, and he goes for the big joke. It's a ribald show that's quite gross and disgusting.
That was a genre of comedy. It wasn't drag. It wasn't. Don't confuse it with drag. But there was a genre of comedy that used to be where for skits or whatever, male comedians would be dressed up as female characters for said skits, and they weren't drag queens or anything like that. It was just the way to do.
It was funny because it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, like the humor of it was that it was absurd.
Absurdity.
Why would a man dress as a woman? That's crazy, guys.
That'd be ridiculous.
But it wasn't just that. It was the man imitating the woman, imitating the way that she behaved instead of just having a man moan. And even women found it hilarious because they could see what the aspects they were actually taking. Les Dawson was a great one for doing stuff like that. And it was a great genre of comedy. Now, of course, you got the Little Britain crew who would do that as well. They would dress up, play skits as women. They'd dress up as black women, or black men or whatever. But now, of course, that they've been dragged through the dirt and they've been forced to apologize for their previous thing. And Little Britain was the biggest comedy show in the UK, like for donkey's years. It was massive and everyone loved it. It's this fucking bullshit that we have now. By the way, what exactly is a Gen fucking X? Is Gen X run now, isn't it? Gen Z?
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. Oh, fucking hell. There isn't a single fucking man there.
Well, they're all like 10.
They're all femboys. There's all fucking feminization. What exactly is a male audience to Disney? It's just a bunch of femboys.
Well, the whole problem, right? Paul, you brought up a good point earlier. The K-pop show, it's for girls. Yeah. It's made in a way that girls like shows. We've completely moved away from these facts, from reality. That's what they tried to push for 10 years and say, no, girls don't like this. Girls will like Star Wars. Girls will like X. Girls will like Y. Boys will like this. Boys will like that. They didn't just go, okay, boys naturally gravitate towards guns and swords and magic, and girls gravitate towards Barbies and horses and stuff romance. And dancing and romance, right? Like, that's why Hollywood is failing. That's why all these different verticals are failing, is because they've denied reality for so long.
Basic biology.
On that point, the underpinning philosophy was that they wanted to destroy the concepts of gender completely.
Yes.
And
exactly.
That's been the philosophy that has caused so many of these changes. And wouldn't you know, men often act like men, oddly enough, and they like being men.
They want to make it fluid and coded and they were certainly going that direction, and they stopped. But you can't turn on a dime. That's the whole thing. Is if Disney even wants to change, which I doubt, it's going to be years. And
they're not going to.
And we're
not.
They'll
have to gut the company. They'll have to get rid of the woke activists, and they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it.
They've already hit the iceberg. The iceberg has come and gone, and they're slowly breaking and sinking into the ocean.
They've hit the iceberg, and they're steering into the next one.
Well,
they're like,
right? Yeah, they're like, we're going to hit another one
before we think.
We didn't hit them all.
Like the meme of putting the stick in your own bicycle wheel, right? You just I'm gonna keep on knocking myself down.
No, so these giant like monolithic corporations aren't going to be able to operate in this environment. What do they always bring up now in almost every entertainment article where they're doing some form of navel gazing? They're bringing up YouTube, they're bringing up TikTok all the time. Why? Because that's beating their ass right now. And if they're looking for their competitor to be like their competitor, it means they're so far behind. And those are things that can change on a dime. And we're starting to see like the ecosphere change a little on the peripheral with things they can change quickly, like live TV or TV shows they turn around. But anything genre, anything that takes, or I don't know, your regular fucking series nowadays takes 3 years to come out. You know, like it's going to be dated by the time it comes out. And then you swing back to they just don't have any masculinity in Hollywood anymore. It's been sucked out by West Hollywood.
Well, they keep trying your version of Pascal.
Yeah, I was like, when your version of masculinity is Pedro Pascal, that says a lot about
when your version of masculinity is a bisexual orgy with
Oh my god.
We'll
hey,
get to
don't-
that.
don't
Well,
spoil
hey,
it.
we had plenty of toxic masculinity in Peacemaker from James Gunn's wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drinking a Bud Light.
Drinking a Bud Light. Yeah, we'll get to it.
My sense is that they don't want to go for that aspect of male interest in masculinity, that they want us back, but they don't want to include the people they don't like. So for instance, let's say Trailer Park Boys style of humor. And you guys are familiar with Trailer Park
genius.
Boys?
hell
Genius.
So the thing is, they're afraid to go all the way.
Yeah.
They're making this placid, bleating request, but they don't really believe it. I don't believe them at all.
100% right.
They want men back, but they don't want to cater to what men want in entertainment.
You can put
what they're doing, Gary, what they're
Back
doing
up,
is
back
exactly
up.
what they
I'll
do.
bring it
back
back up
up.
when
Yeah.
we start reading it.
Yeah.
What they're doing is what they do exactly to every season of Star Trek, this new Star Trek. They say, next season, we're going to make it more like the original show that people love. And they never do. This is what Disney's doing. We're going to start catering towards men. Here's another fucking princess.
What has Bob Iger been saying for 6 years straight now? Or 4 years. Sorry, I don't want to over-exaggerate. 4 years straight. He's been saying we're going to prioritize quality over quantity.
Yeah.
First saying we haven't been putting out quality at all. And they still have it. And now he's like, we're going to do original stuff. But by the way, please watch the next 14 sequels we're going to release.
That's the other thing, because like just last year it was like, we're gonna greenlight all these sequels, we're gonna greenlight all of this pre-established IP content, because they realize that's the only thing that actually makes money these days. So it's like, it's so amazing just how these people,
because that's all they put out.
Yes.
That's all they put out. So of course it's going to be the only thing that makes money.
They're upset that they have not been able to change what men fundamentally want
Perfect.
and like to watch, and they're pissy about it. Their egos are so out of control. They're like actually upset and maybe slowly coming to grips, like, wow, we haven't been able to change culture in a really significant way. Or
we're pigs.
It goes it's a little bit worse than that, because they've cast off their current target audience. They said we don't want it, and they've been trying to attach the youth to today, and they can't even capture that. So even though the youth has been called, it's so much more progressive. Doctor Who talks about, but even though nobody watched our fucking show because it was dog shit, the demographic in the 18 to 25s was actually up a little bit. They're chasing that audience, and the fact is, because the audience has shrunk so dramatically, the audience that they're actually chasing is a mere fraction. And so they don't get it.
Well, that's the modern audience myth. They honestly thought that all the woke people in their general vicinity, all in Hollywood, reflected the real world. And it's like, well, if we just pandered to this group, they honestly believe, what was that thing that the trans person on Doctor Who said? For every bigot we lose,
bigot we lose, we'll gain 5 new people.
Who love diversity. How did that work out? But that's
not so good.
That's them thinking that they were the majority opinion, and they're not even by a fraction.
They absolutely won the 18 to 18 and a half demographic.
They did win that modern audience. It's just that it's
minuscule.
Tiny. It's minuscule. Yes.
We saw this in comic books. They would always chase, and this is good initially. You chase the new reader. You wanted to cycle people in, and they thought their big idea would be, let's make a number 1 every 6 months. And it made things more confusing. And we'll lure them in with covers. They don't have to read the story anymore, and that's just normal bad business decisions.
Yeah.
But which is great in the now, which is great for the moment, but it's shit
Not
for
sustainable.
longevity, and it's not sustainable. And what they have done, Ryan mentioned it, we've mentioned it. They've lost generations because of chasing this modern audience. So Star Trek has been aging out for 2 generations, to be honest with you. Star Wars, which has just lost their first generation, right? So, and Doctor Who did the unthinkable. They gained a generation. They actually gained a generation after it was canceled and missing, and then they immediately lost it. So it's all Star Trek, Doctor Who, now Marvel, and Star Wars are all aging out. And Hollywood's ready to move on. Like sorry, video games and anime, you're next.
They need to hire back.
Most likely, Star Wars and MCU, they're probably going to become forgotten franchises like Zorro and The Shadow. They were huge.
Things end. Things. Oh, dude, The Shadow was massive in its day.
Yeah.
Right. And so was Zorro, and so was Conan. Like these were and
Westerns.
Pulp, westerns. That like everything ends, but like this should have lasted a little longer.
It could have been timeless, but they screwed it.
They committed Mary suicide. That's what they did.
Indeed.
Would they be able to hire back everybody that they Me Too'd out or like fired because they weren't vaccinated?
They would have to admit that they were wrong.
Admit defeat or the
never
mistake.
do that. And also, they don't want to give up power, like we mentioned before. It's like
Also, they can't bring back the people that killed themselves.
Yeah, like if they, to be honest, would it be great to hear them be like, "Hey, we're really sorry that we took this wrong turn. We were so wrong." All that stuff. Yeah, that would be fucking awesome to see them like bend the knee and admit this. All that they need to do is start making good shit consistently. Right, and that's what they have to do, bottom line. If they come up with some groveling apology and they say, hey, we're going to hire back these people, whatever, and they still turn out shit, what does it fucking matter?
Exactly.
But they got to stop thinking they can control the male audience. They have to accept the entire breadth and width of our stupidity.
Typical women.
But to do that, they have to accept that
My wife does.
masculinity exists.
Yes.
Not toxic
Yes, they
masculinity.
do.
Masculinity and femininity exist.
You got to
as
consider,
concept, and gender exists as concept.
you don't get to choose.
Biological fact.
You don't get to choose your legacy, and you don't get to choose your audience. Your audience chooses you, and you have to accept them for what they are. And when you're like, we don't want the bigots around here, I don't need you. Well, guess what?
Sorry.
For one, there's a lot of friendly fire there. I know what their intention is because actors are stupid, and they don't realize that they're throwing offense at people who they might not intend to, but they're going to get it anyway. And that's why we see a decrease in ticket sales. That's why we see a decrease in profits. That's why we see an overall decrease in moviegoers. And it's all because you chased half the country away constantly, time and time again. You're still doing it. They're still fucking doing it. You know, you think they would have learned their lesson last year. Like the ass kicking they got last year. Nope, they're doubling, tripling down. And I think some studios will figure it out and try to change. I don't think Disney's the studio that will ever change.
Oh, not a chance. Because going back to what Ryan was saying, where he said they need to make good stuff, I don't think they're capable of making good stuff with the current talent that they have in. Yeah. They would need to hire not only new people, they would need to hire men. Once again,
and
what
more bigots.
Inside of Disney, I think they are very aware of what's going on and that they need to go back in some way. They've brought back a lot of the old animators that are still alive from like the 80s and from the 90s to retrain people. So it's like, you know how to fix it. Will you have the balls to completely fix it? Because if you leave any amount of this rot in the company, it's going to destroy everything because they're gonna be inside the office, they're gonna be talking shit, they're gonna be trying to push their stuff. We saw with Elio, they're trying to
be fair,
stuff,
like
I don't think they can.
To be fair, like with what you're saying, Garrett, we saw all the fucking queers that work at Pixar get really pissed off and upset because they turned Elio into some gay story about a 9-year-old boy, right, who's thirsting after other boys. And some of the executives were like, yep, not going to do that. Why don't you cut that out? And they got all pissy. Inside Out 2, which was a massive success, right? What did the executives have for feedback on that? The Pixar people that worked there, they got very fucking upset because the executives were making extra sure that there could be nothing in there that was considered like queer coded or queer baiting or whatever. Like, we want to make it as crystal fucking clear as possible that this girl is not gay and not a lesbian in any way. So it does look like there's some people who are trying to control that, but the problem is you have so many people that are there actively employed everywhere.
It's a game.
Even if those execs are like that, you can feel the pushback from within the building.
Yes.
Where every article comes out and all these people spill the beans in an effort to pressure the executive to bend the knee and suck the rainbow colored cock.
Very eloquently put.
Taste the rainbow.
It's accurate though.
Well,
it's absolutely
Victoria Alonso. What did she started getting in trouble for? They removed a pride flag from Ant-Man Comicmania, and she got pissed off about it. She went to an LGBTQ plus whatever function and basically called her CEO out at the like at a Disney function, like on video. and they found a way to get rid of her. So Ryan's right. The cancer, like we've said it before, you would have to gut Disney like Twitter. You would have to, like 70% of the staff would have to go. And Disney they're not even like a studio first and foremost. They're an experience brand. They make most of their money off of parks and hotels and cruise ships. And
They used to be a studio.
Yeah.
But now they're a giant
Hollywood
conglomerate
Pictures.
that just buys stuff and doesn't innovate anything and hasn't for the longest time. And that's because they reach maturity, and usually there's a studio that's a big dog for a little while. Remember, Warner Brothers was the big dog, 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. And it's time for a new one. And they're going to, they lauded later on, you can pull the article back up, but they talked about all the billion-dollar films they had last year, and they're probably going to have some billion-dollar films this year. But I'd like to point out that the billion-dollar film from this year so far, all the profits were erased by the two flops, by just two flops.
Whoa.
That's not even counting Snow White, right? So Avatar will be, 12 days at the end of the year. It'll probably hit $1 billion by that, but it'll be 12. Yeah. It'll be 12 days at the end of the year. Maybe the furries will show up to Zootopia 2. And, get that over the $1 billion mark. But otherwise, it is a bleak year. And I said it last week. I said, we're going to start seeing articles. We're going to start seeing articles about how bleak this year is, probably starting next week after. And they were really hoping Fantastic Four would leg it out. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing out there. That's, we got Weapons doing well, but that's not going to carry, a theater. I wish it would,
it's a small production that's doing really well, but really well for a small budget movie is 170, 180 at the box office right now.
You need 50 weapons,
but
all throughout the year.
Yes, exactly. You need,
and you know what Weapons wasn't filled with? A bunch of fucking message bullshit.
No, it wasn't.
No, at all. So that was nice.
It was filmed with stupid stuff like good characters.
What?
Yeah. So
dumb. Can I watch it while I'm looking at my phone as?
No, I've seen it twice now. I went on Wednesday again to see it because my mate wanted to see it. He hadn't seen it. So he said, do you want to go see it again? I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go see Weapons again. Yeah.
So, but,
and it's great second time.
Yeah. The male problem is not just a Disney problem. It's a Hollywood problem. But at least there are other studios trying to fix that. Yes, we still have the action genre and stuff. And guess what? It's successful for the most part. You know what's one of the more successful shows on Amazon Prime? Reacher. Fuck it, Reacher, which is basic action show. So, and it's cheap and they can turn it around once a year. The sources say Disney has been seeking new IP pitches such as splashy global adventures and treasure hunts. What does that even mean?
Well, no, bring like National Treasure, stuff like that. Stuff that was fun. That was just really good. By the way,
they just remade National Treasure.
No, they did a TV show.
Yes,
they did a terrible TV show that was cancelled after one season. By the way, Weapons is going to do more at the box office than the fucking Marvels.
Yes.
Yep.
But this article
on that one.
This article treats men as if we're inside some glass box.
Yep. Yes.
We're fragile.
Well, speak for yourself, eh?
I mean, okay, Paul, to be fair to them, considering the men that they work around in Hollywood, I mean,
they are fragile.
Yeah.
I'm not fragile.
The calls come as
this is what you want, isn't it? Yes. Yeah.
The calls come as the Star Wars machine struggles to produce any film project, and the superhero genre sheds audiences by the minute.
Wow. But wait, whoa.
Machine.
I thought this is a return to form. I thought this was a success. I thought this was a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I think the reality is when you look at both Star Wars and Marvel, I think both of them were so confident in their successes and so confident they could get people there. They thought, you know what? These people that have been fans of this franchise, that have been showing that are buying tickets, they're going to keep buying tickets no matter what. Yeah. We're going to throw the logo on there. We're going to throw that music on there. We're going to throw the Marvel intro on there, and they're going to show up in droves, whether something's
Cracker Barrel logo on there. They're going to keep on.
And then they didn't. And the audience that they were trying to attract by putting in more female heroes than male heroes, like Kevin Feige said, the audience they were trying to attract with all these female-led storylines and stuff like that from Star Wars, all the Mary Sues all over the place, they didn't show up. So then you lose your original audience. And guess what? The women that liked Star Wars, the women that liked Marvel, they liked it the way that it was.
Yes.
Yep.
100%.
So not only did you lose the male audience, but you lost the female audience, the 30%, 30, whatever you want to say that number is. You lost them too because they liked it that way.
And you know, the philosophy behind.
Hang on a second, Shad. I want to expand on what Ryan. Sorry, Shad. Get to you in just a second. I just want to expand on what he said. The attitude in Hollywood was, we're going to take these male brands and we're going to teach you how to act. We're gonna
make you better.
We're not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you what to think. We're going to show you how. And that was their whole attitude. Is like, we are going to deal with this toxic masculinity right where it comes from and all their stories. That'll teach them. And these guys will come around and it just didn't work out very well. But it was turning these things into platforms. That's all they were. They weren't. It wasn't entertainment. It wasn't even popcorn entertainment. It was edutainment. Go on, Chad. Sorry.
Well, I really think the attitude where they thought like they can just slap the Star Wars brand on any piece of crap and these, nerds would just gobble it up comes from the idea that I think they believed that was crap to begin with. And they had active disdain for the properties. It came out. Who was the showrunner of the Witcher series? She hated the source material.
Lauren
and the author.
And so they hated it. They thought it was crap to begin with. And there's like, well, if these nerds are gobbling up crap, we can just make our own crap and they'll keep gobbling it up.
I think some of it is not just because they're like heads are so in the cloud and such. I think some of it is because they did put out shit and people bought it because it said Star Wars and Marvel. They did put out Force Awakens at $2 billion, even though that thing was fucking trash. They did put out Captain Marvel, which was trash, but because they were able to sell it by it's sandwiched between the two most important and biggest comic book movies in history, and that thing went on to make $1.1 billion. So when they were putting those things out, I think they thought to themselves, look, they are showing up no matter what we put out here. So we might as well just do what we want. But it didn't last long.
Go down to the last quote there.
Burn the audience goodwill to the ground.
Go down to the end of the article.
That the fandom had. Because I think the fandom does have a certain amount of goodwill. You're a big fan of Star Wars. A new Star Wars thing is coming out. I'm going to give it a go. And once they get, that was crap. Well, they're not going to, risk it again on the next thing. And now that goodwill is completely.
Well, we've said that. We've been saying that for years. Years ago, we were saying we're like the big fans. Like we're like really invested in this. We got all this shit. We really keep on tune with this. But we said for years and years and years, the public, the normie, is going to gradually be eroded away. This goodwill that they've had, that we've seen with video game companies as well, the goodwill that they've built up over the years is going to erode. And it's just a matter of when does it hit that breaking point with the normie. Now we've found it.
Yeah.
Now we've found where the breaking point is. But we've been saying that since 2020?
Yep. Yeah, literally from 2020, because you could actually see how much these movies have made and been losing over the last 5 years. Sure. Wakanda Forever made almost $1 billion, but it wouldn't make that now. It would probably barely break 500 million.
And we knew this would happen. That was the thing. Is the point of my video was like we were calling this out 4 years ago. We were getting a lot of clapback for it, but it was you are sacrificing your longevity and legacy for now, and you're going to start smelling your own farts when you aren't looking at the data. And look, the last couple of paragraphs in this article, one top film executive at a Disney rival says every studio should be looking for originals as sequels, and reboots continue to exhaust the culture as if they're packing in even if they're packing in moviegoers in the short term. I never thought I'd say this. The exec muses about the Magic Kingdom's boy troubles despite its gem box of iconic IP. But it looks like Disney is going to have to start trying.
No shit.
And I'm all in for a movie called Boy Trouble.
Well,
wow.
John Waters directing. I'm there.
You know, or maybe we could follow it up with something else that's said in this article. Guy leaning fair. Guy leaning fair.
They just did something like a
of you. That's guy leaning fair. I'm all for that.
They're getting pitches about treasure hunting and world traversal. They just did that. Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Which they mentioned.
How'd that work out?
Not very well.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge. They thought it was a good idea to put Phoebe Waller-Bridge in an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Whoever thought that was a good decision should be fired. Oh, Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah. It's real easy. Get
remember,
Sweeney, put her
even
in a
after
t-shirt,
that,
put her in an action film. It'll be great.
But even after that with Indiana Jones, what did they do with Phoebe Waller-Bridge? Amazon brought her on to do the Tomb Raider project. Where's that? 4 years later, millions of dollars later, nowhere. Absolutely fucking nowhere.
But she was the flavor of the week.
Exactly. She did Fleabag. All the women who are in control of these things now were like, oh, Fleabag, amazing. Let's get Phoebe Waller-Bridge in to do these male shit. Yeah. Male don't give a fucking flying
All my managers are saying, when can I get a remodel?
I don't know a single woman who, in my circle at least, that liked Fleabag.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who liked Fleabag. It seemed like it was very popular within Hollywood. You know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because they could relate to a woman who plays victim the whole show, and then you realize at the end she was the one that fucked her friend over.
If Sex in the City was like out now, not the dumb one that just got canceled, Sarah Jessica Parker would be in every fucking superhero movie.
Yeah, true.
We need the skinny woman with the trans kid.
I heard Ripa was going to cast her for Horseman.
What's the name of the horse Thor?
Paul,
What's the name of the horse Thor?
You need to be way more specific, particularly with Hollywood, when you're talking about the skinny white woman with the trans kid. That's pretty much all of them.
Yeah, that's so many.
True. You don't know which one. There's too many to choose from.
It's Gwyneth,
Charlize
Megan,
Theron will adopt more kids from Africa to trans.
Charlize. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That woman's so evil.
She is.
They all. Which one?
From Megan Fox.
Megan Fox has got what, like 5 trans kids now?
Yeah.
Wow, that many. Wow.
And she said it's just organic. It's
totally organic. Yeah.
The Machine Gun Kelly trans yet?
For over the last 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I need to see more lady dick. That's what I need to see.
Wow.
That's right.
James Gunn will answer that call.
Mate.
James Gunn will answer that call. Real quick, let's get to the box office stuff. Just pick one of the 2 articles, Garrett. I don't care.
They're both freaking brilliant.
They're both brilliant, and they're both from Hollywood Reporter. The summer box office is quickly turning south, everybody.
No.
Wait a minute.
Crazy.
I was told Superman saved the box office this year. That's what I was told.
Totally.
I was
thought
told
it shaved the box office.
It might have.
I was told it was doing the big bucks.
It is on video on demand.
It's
now.
so popular. We're going to go to number 9 in video on demand.
Yes. Early hopes that grosses could top $4 billion, which used to be pretty easy to do, by the way, this season have fizzled as insiders bemoan a lack of tent poles. I thought it would survive until 25. We are well over halfway through. Oh, let's just look at the picture for a minute, Gary. Can we?
Yeah, let's
Can we look at the picture?
observe.
We got gay guy from Dinosaur movie.
We got
He
who he was. I was like,
It go right.
who's that
And then Elio. Ryan, how did Elio lose his eye in the original version of that film?
Are you asking
Disney
me
executive?
like took a dick to the eye, Gary?
Yeah.
No.
I
He
mean,
went to the Peacemaker orgy.
look, I can't say I watched
the right height.
I don't actually think he needs it. I think it's like for aesthetics. I think he thinks it's cool because he's a fucking loser. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a costume.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'll never watch it, and I don't
He's got
really
pink
care.
eye.
You didn't miss anything.
But there are 3 Disney characters on this picture. I don't know why they put in the gay guy in the dinosaur movie. That was successful, but whatever. Maybe they wanted to show 1 successful movie and 3 abysmal flops.
That wasn't Disney.
3 losers.
Yeah. So Kryptonite is messing with the summer box office. Wait a minute. That's a Superman reference.
Is it saying Superman's the problem? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's maybe.
They mostly focus on the Disney failures in this.
Well, I'm for
that. Later on, they mention Superman briefly, and they're like, Superman, which has been claimed to be a massive success, its milestone is only $600 million. Like that's the way they phrase it when it comes to Superman.
Well, we'll get to that. Heading into the start of the season, hopes were running high that Hollywood would make a roaring comeback and be able to best or at least match the $4 billion plus earned in 2023 at the domestic box office, when the combination of Barbie and Oppenheimer turned into a cultural phenomenon. The 2025 May to August calendar was certainly promising on paper in terms of marquee tentpoles, led by James Gunn's Superman reboot, Jurassic World Rebirth, and the Fantastic Four First Steps. Only the dinos overperformed. Everybody else, even Superman, underperformed.
Wait, what?
Oh, now that must be wrong, because I've heard from a lot of commenters that is just not true.
Fake news.
It's in profit. It was in profit when it took $2.
Hollywood Reporter are Snyder Bros, obviously.
Yeah.
And April and May were so strong that even while the month of June was down more than 12%, the full second quarter of that year was up a stunning 37%. Over the same frame in 2024, thanks to April's pre-summer offering, a Minecraft movie, no thanks to Snow White, by the way, and which came out a month before, and the summer's first tentpole hit, Disney's live-action Lilo and Stitch, which opened opposite Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Lilo and Paramount's MI fueled a record Memorial Day weekend, prompting year-over-year revenue to the momentary 25% spike that still held at a solid 16% gain the next month, thanks to the 4th of July's Jurassic World reboot. Reboot? Sure. What is this graph? Hang on.
Basically, the box office over the years.
I like pictures.
Oh, Gary, I'm looking at the Fantastic Four's sperm whale, and its mouth's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, so they're showing that pre-pandemic $4 billion was the rule. Like, with the exception of 1 year, basically everything was over $4 billion, even up to 4.7, 4.4, stuff like that. Since the pandemic, it's reached it one time, and that was 2 years ago with Barbenheimer or The Phenomenon. Other than that, it's kind of been significant.
They also had a glut of movies that were held back from COVID that they released that year. So it was almost a full release. We have not gotten a full release year since COVID as far as the amount of movies that come out.
Well, we also lost
at least theatrically, yeah.
Damn.
Well,
They're all going to streaming. They're all
going to streaming.
Straight to streaming. Do not go past go. Do not collect $200 million.
Because you got to watch the Superman before you watch Peacemaker.
Yes,
that's what I told my 3-year-old. So
all those kids enjoying Superman.
Yeah, you should watch the first Peacemaker. You can live without Superman.
You can live without anything.
I think both.
True.
From there, a roller coaster ride ensued by the end of August.
I gotta make it.
Dude,
Gary,
you're killing me
sorry,
there,
my
man.
bad.
God.
I'm making it Gary.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
There we go.
Come on, man. By the end of August, of the August 15th to 17th weekend, year-over-year revenue was down 6% amid a slowdown in event titles. Worse, it lagged more than 11% compared with 2023, which was the year of the Flopbuster, by the way. The late summer box office was counting on Fantastic Four to carry over into August in a major way. Instead, the Marvel movie quickly lost its groove. I don't know if it ever had it. No. I don't know if it ever had it. It was
I don't think so.
It was a pretty soft opening weekend.
Yeah.
And
even internationally.
Yeah. The international numbers were down for it and Superman. Mm-hmm. And whereas
it only did 5 million more. It only did 5 million more than Superman.
Which was maybe the international audience just over it. And whereas most had predicted the summer revenue would certainly catch up with 2023's $4 billion, that's now out of the question. ComScore is predicting roughly $3.75 billion plus a 2% uptick from 2024 when late July tentpole Deadpool and Wolverine saved the late summer corridor by opening to $211 million on its way and raking in $1.33 billion globally. Pixar's Inside Out 2 cleared the billion mark in the summer of 2024, grossing north of $1.66 billion. Still, if this $3.75 billion figure holds, that would be 8.4% behind 2023. Let's get to Superman.
And I think one of the things that isn't coming out in this article is, I mean, my position is that Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts were pleasant enough comic book movies, certainly better than Shazam 2. Yeah, they had their issues, but I don't want to get into that right now. But if Disney was managing its properties properly, both of those would have worked better without a damaged Disney Marvel brand.
Yep.
Because they were actually okay movies in my estimation.
Well, they're better than the Marvels. They're better than Captain
It's better
America.
than most things we've been getting from Marvel.
Yeah, so if their brand, I think they lost audience because the brand is damaged.
Yep.
But if you put them up against something which came phase 1, 2, 3, none of them hold up.
None.
None of them hold up.
It's Whiplash. If you go back and watch those and compare it comparatively, it's bad.
But it's not fair to compare those movies.
I don't know. You could drop those in like a lower bar.
Like, I'm going to use inflation.
Looking at the bottom of the barrel that they've been putting out, they are better than the absolute crap they've done, but they're nowhere near good enough to try and win.
I agree. I agree, and I'm not positioning them that way. I'm saying they would be pleasant diversions that would have made them more money if they were managing their brand. That's all I'm saying.
You're right.
And by managing their brand, make a fucking commitment to the bit, for God's sake. Stop putting out this wishy-washy Marvel formulaic crap. You know, if you wanted the Thunderbolts to be a successful film, then you should have let it be what it was meant to be. An actual look into the depression of these characters and the darker side of these characters, and just the flip side reverse of heroism and when it's not working out.
And don't focus
how you haven't worked out. But they didn't. They couldn't.
No,
they
and don't focus on a fucking Yelena, okay? Like, she's not an interesting character. You know who is? John Walker. If that movie was about John Walker and Bucky,
John Walker.
And Yelena could be in it, but
Red was great.
I'm fine with her being in it, but she should not have been the focus. She's not that interesting, and her first appearance was in a shitty fucking Black Widow movie. So
I would actually say both those films, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, are better than Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's made
better than Eternals.
Exactly, because it came out when Marvel was essentially at its healthiest, strongest point, and so.
So Marvel's dealing with brand damage, but Hollywood's dealing with. I mean, like that, they're all dealing with this, and if this affects Superman, this affects everything tentpole that's coming out right now, and the stuff that is a success is basically an outlier, and it's mostly kids movies. So you got families, you're selling more tickets, you got parents taking kids, so instead of people just couples going or whatever. And the only thing that's attracting young audiences is horror films right now. Yep.
They're dealing with brand damage and we're
lower
dealing with
budget
brain damage.
Yes.
Watch this fucking shit.
Word.
Oh, in their defense, we've been dealing that our whole lives.
Now F1 has quietly done like it's done well as far as generating box office. It hasn't done well as far as profitability, unless Ryan, they did make a bunch of money back selling those sponsorships.
So the thing is, I'm not 100% up to date on some of the numbers, but from my understanding, the film costs somewhere between $250 to $300 million to produce. I believe they sold ads, like literally at the advertisements, like you would on a normal like race car or whatever. They actually did that for the sponsors to appear in the movie. I think they made 40 or 50 million back from that.
That's pretty good.
So with that in there, still with production, you're looking at something that may have a chance potentially that it almost broke even, but in all likelihood, probably not.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, you're still talking about like similar numbers to Superman.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Like when we're looking at that. And now, I do think that the expectations are a little bit different for the most famous superhero of all time, starting off your new DC universe with James Gunn, than a fucking racing movie.
Yeah,
an Apple movie to boot, right? Because that's the only reason why, is that this was an Apple film, and then they sold the distribution rights basically entirely, with only keeping premium streaming rights to the movie. So it's only going to be on Apple TV Plus whenever it comes out on a streaming service, but everything else they sold to Warner Brothers. So that's the only reason why they.
It's Brad Pitt's most successful film.
Yeah.
I mean, what for me, one thing that was cool was we saw the Hungarian F1 track there, and then the week later, my son and I went to Hungary and saw the track. We went there and saw the GT races. That was it was like goosh.
That's pretty badass.
The movie's good. It's the best tent pole of the year, right?
Yeah.
Big budget movie, F1 and
technically,
weapons.
Lots of good gear porn. Yep. I mean, it was great.
So it says here, Apple original films, and by the way, Apple's got a lot of money. So,
F1
the movie is likewise getting ready to celebrate 600 million, a giant feat for a car racing pick. Or put another way, this is the first summer in recent memory, except for the heart of the pandemic, when not one Hollywood movie crossed 600 million domestically, or 500 million for that matter. Where are the Avengers when you need them? Well, we had the new Avengers, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them now.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been pulled back and they're back to the Thunderbolts again? Did they abandon that?
What?
The Thunderbolts. Have they renamed the Thunderbolts to New Avengers? Have they?
I don't think it was ever officially.
That was all a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a great marketing ploy that did so
well.
well.
All right.
I did see when they put out like the art, like the poster for when it went on Disney Plus or whatever, they removed the guns from everyone's hands.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I saw something interesting when I
was also being removed from a lot of the posters now.
When I was looking at information like to make a video on this specifically, I came across an interesting number, which was this is the first time in 14 years, right, since 2011, since the MCU's infancy, that we are going to go through a whole calendar year without a comic book movie getting past the $700 million mark.
Crazy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for inflation, not any of this stuff, just in general. Like a comic book movie that does not pass the 700 million mark worldwide.
Diminishing
and damn
returns.
close to the $600 million mark.
Yes, well, Superman's barely going to get over 600. Never mind 700. It's probably going to end on about 605.
Yeah, 615.
It was a good run. It's a good run. I'm ready to go to something else. More car stuff. We can see more cars.
How do you say this guy's name? Durgarabedinian? Though remains optimistic. The rebound in 2025 has been nothing short of miraculous, given the first quarter was down a full 12%. But all those gains are going to be erased in the next 2 months, like gone. Where's the Superman part where they mentioned Superman?
What's coming up? What movies are coming up that's going to save the day?
Marvel's 39 and Marvel's 38.
The only other film this year that could potentially like quote right the ship for the year at least is one that most people haven't talked about, which is Zootopia 2.
And what about the Witch thing, part 2?
Oh, Wicked?
Wicked part 2. Gary mentioned Zootopia 2 earlier, you fuck.
Oh, sorry.
This is why you're barely on.
That's cruel.
Oh.
He's turning red again.
I love Bull.
So, as Ryan mentioned earlier, case in point, while Warner Brothers Superman has been considered a solid player, its major milestone is crossing the 600 million mark worldwide. Pre-pandemic, a superhero pick could easily hit 1 billion. So those are just facts. Sorry to bring.
When F1's doing as good as fucking Superman, you know it's fucked.
Yeah. The second weekend is the new opening weekend, everybody.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Okay.
But I actually agree with their sentiment here because
it's the most important weekend.
A handful of films this year have been pronounced box office winners based on their opening performance. Hollywood Reporter, who's been pronouncing them box office winners? Would it be you? Would it be Deadline? Would it be Variety? Would it be every Penske owned trade out there? By the way, they're all owned by the same fucking company. That would be you. Only to fall off a cliff in their sophomore outing and reveal their true fate.
Yep.
And reveal your true character, Hollywood Reporter. And look, it's Pedro, the new face of failure. I'm so glad Pedro goes, and he gets anxiety and grabs you by the pussy. And then,
unless you're Bella Ramsey. Unless,
he
doesn't have any anxiety around Bella Ramsey.
Around that girl.
Yes, he's very
not
soothing.
even a little bit.
They
Not
might be
even
the
a
next
little bit.
Spider-Man, though. So
weird.
Dude, he is the new
not
face
crash
of like what woke Hollywood or wherever. He grabbed that tiara from Rachel Zegler this year and just kind of ran with it. And remember, he put out a tweet last year that he supports her, which was kind of funny. Yeah.
It's too bad the Palestinians used Bella Ramsey as an excuse for what's happening to the children in Gaza.
Oh no!
Oh,
that's dark.
No. Oh my God!
When the Fantastic Four first steps.
That's why you bring me here.
That's why you got kicked off Twitter.
Fun.
When the Fantastic Four first steps opened to $117.6 million at the domestic box office in late July, the media was quick to pronounce that Marvel Studios was back in action after a string of post-pandemic misses, excluding last summer's. I know, right?
That's their own fault.
It's
You're the ones that have
crazy.
made
It's just circumstances, Odin. It's just, it's wild how this is happening. Such proclamations only seemed fair, considering the praise heaped on the far more troubled DC studios 2 weeks earlier when Superman debuted to $125 million domestically.
It's true from a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view.
Yeah, from a certain point of view.
Not only had the two films opened to heroic numbers for their studios. See, that's not true.
Oh,
they did not, though. They didn't.
They shared
the domestic was fine, and the international was garbage.
Yep. They shared similar audience and critic scores, prompting. Well, I mean, the critic scores are bullshit. I mean, we've all kind of figured that out a long time ago.
But it doesn't matter if they're 10 out of 10 and 10 out of 10. It doesn't change the box office. That's the important thing.
Yes.
Who's turning up? Who's paying?
Prompting the most cynical box office pundits to suggest that Fantastic Four would hold up in the same vicinity as Superman, which dropped a reasonable 53% in its second weekend to $58.5 million for a 10-day. God damn it. We don't need to recap the entire thing. You could just say it had a good second weekend.
Word count.
It's all word count. For decades, the opening weekend has often defined a movie's reputation as a winner or loser, but the second weekend of the film's release can provide the more significant stamp of approval or rejection. We've been saying that for years. Consider every Marvel film that you have been saying, hey, Thor Love and Thunder had this really reasonable 76% drop. It's still a big hit. People love it.
Since 2019, I've had a chart that literally is based off of the second weekend drop off.
Yes.
So it's amazing that they finally caught up. This is great.
An unheard of low decline these days. That was the moment Warner Brothers knew it had a hit on its hands. Then it took it to. They're talking about Superman or Sinners.
No, they're talking about Sinners.
Sinners was a hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The studio, which is enjoying an enviable winning streak, saw Zach Kreger's hit Weapons fall only 44%. That's amazing. In sophomore outing, cementing its status as a sleeper blockbuster. There are plenty of other 2025 titles that were.
It wasn't Gary. It wasn't a sleeper. There was a bidding war for this fucking film.
Yeah.
If that's not a sleeper, they knew what they had. A sleeper is a film that just comes out and just goes somewhere. But they knew what they had with this film. They knew what they had with this script. Fucking Jordan Peele got rid of his fucking team because they couldn't snag it for him. And so they knew what they were
sleeper
they
for audience. I don't know if the audience. No, I think that's what they.
Someone was
its success is like, it's stratospheric at this point, considering its budget. Like,
people didn't expect it to do this well.
Yeah.
I would say Weapons.
I
would say Sinners was almost more of a sleeper hit than Weapons.
Much bigger
than
that.
Talking about it or whatever.
Yep.
But
they were both surprises in many ways, but Sinners was the biggest surprise by far.
I finally watched that, by the way.
I'm sure you loved it. When Disney's ill-fated Snow White bowed to a worrisome $42.2 million this spring, studio execs insisted the live-action adaptation would find its stride. They changed their tune when it slipped 66% in its sophomore weekend to 14.3 on its way of topping out at an abysmal $87.2 million domestically. By the way, the execs have access to all the numbers, all the real numbers. And if at this point, they know the truth and they will never say it because of investors. They continually...
there are some things that you would kind of you would expect them while they're still out promoting something to not say, right?
Yep.
Like what? Hey, the worst opening weekend in your live action history. Hey, do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? They're not going to be like, well, obviously it's a massive pile of shit. Don't go see it.
Exactly.
No,
although, man, I would invest in the company that fucking said that because they're honest. No, and you're right, Ryan. We don't expect them to talk shit, but maybe just not say anything, but wording it like, "Oh, this is it's gonna find its stride." This is the bullshit that Disney tells their investors all the time, and low information investors are part of the reason that keep this going. The other part was they are going off of, they just look at the numbers and they're going off past success. So when they see a Deadpool and Wolverine make $1 billion, they go, "It's a superhero movie. There's no difference between superheroes. The next one should do well too." That's pretty much the attitude. Some people, I'm sure some people at fucking Disney don't even know the difference between Marvel and DC. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
So I will never forget. I went to, this was a long time ago. I went to like a trivia night. It was MCU trivia night. And one of the questions was like list in order, like all the movies that are out at that point. And this is before Endgame came out and shit. Bro, the amount of people that had Batman, The Dark Knight, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies, like all that stuff, people don't fucking know anything. People are goddamn retards. They just are.
Is that why you go to trivia nights, just to see all the idiots?
Bro, I used to just butt fuck everybody at those things. Like those like themed ones like that.
Literally. Like a whole Peacemaker type deal.
That was just trivia.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, we're leading to Peacemaker. We'll get there. Marvel's third 2025 superhero title, The Thunderbolt. Oh, did I miss Captain? I want to dunk on Captain America. I don't want to miss Captain America. Marvel Studios celebrated when Captain America Brave New World opened at $88.8 million domestically.
So bad.
But perhaps it wasn't feeling so brave when the tentpole subsequently dropped 68% the following weekend.
That was unwatchable.
And that's utter bullshit.
Drop. That is
like
Peacemaker.
And that's utter bullshit because internally they knew they had dog shit on their hands. They absolutely knew. And they knew they weren't going to make money. Marvel's third, and they knew the same about Ironheart too. Marvel's third 2025 superhero Thunderbolts debuted to an okay 74. You weren't saying okay at the time. 74.3 million this summer before falling 56%, while it declined to 55.
And it's also not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay for this type of movie, right? And that's always the thing you have to put in perspective, because we know these things are in general front-loaded. Even if it only has a fall-off of 56%, these movies are more front-loaded than, say, children's movies and stuff like that. That's just the way it is. So, yes, if Weapons came out and had a $74 million opening, it would be fucking wild, right?
Yeah, yep.
It would be wild. But this is a comic book movie with the full marketing of the MCU and Disney, everything behind it. It is not the same thing.
It is not. That we're good with this article. It's
not an okay opening. It's one of the worst openings in the history of the fucking franchise.
It's in the bottom five.
To even phrase it as an okay opening is so stupid. And obviously, like, some nuance has to go into this, right? Spider-Man No Way Home had like a 66% drop in its second weekend. But you know why? Because the first weekend it made like $300 million. So its 66% drop is still like $100 million second weekend or something.
And it's even more impressive when you remember that just the week before they had announced that, COVID was still destroying the box office when the remake of West Side Story flopped.
Which
also starred
when
Rachel Zegler.
when No Way Home came out, like there were some theaters that were closed. There were still mask requirements in California. Don't forget, California didn't lift their mask requirement until February of 2023, a week before I moved.
Wow.
A week before
I think
moved.
with
That's insane.
What I find interesting with these gigantic films with the huge budgets and special effects is, and as a writer, no matter how much hand waving and pyrotechnics, and it's amazing how you can get bored watching them. And then you watch a movie like Sideways. You guys familiar with that wine movie, Sideways? It's a simple movie. It was made for like $16 million, and it kept you're howling with laughter all the way through it, and it keeps your interest. I'm always fascinated by these bombastic events that you get bored with
But we've just had Marvel movie 36.
Right.
We have seen this
I think it was 37. I think it was 37.
Okay, Marvel movie 37. So we've seen this again and again and again. And it's not like they come out once every 3 years. They're coming out twice a year, 3 times a year sometimes. So we're just getting bored because they're not innovating. They're not going, right, how do we legitimately make the Eternals completely different from the... No, they're all the same. The dialogue comes across the same. The editing comes across the same. The action sequences come across the same. We're not being fed anything different. And that's like... maybe if we were in a really great spell, Weapons would have just done okay at the cinema, done all right, probably made its money back, a little bit of profit, and moved on. But people are so desperate to legitimately just see something different. And if something different comes in the form of, hell, this is a movie about bloody wine tasting, or this is a movie about a bunch of cooks in a kitchen, then we're kind of like looking for that because we just want something that's different from the inane dialogue that we get saturated with. I mean, when we get to Peacemaker is an absolute fucking prime example of dog shit, absolute regurgitated dog shit from all this crap that we've had for the past fucking 6-7 years, where it's just like stupid doopy dialogue doesn't mean a thing. Look, I'm gonna say cunt out of nowhere for shock factor. Are you shocked? No, nobody's shocked by anything. It's just shite. We need something original. We need something to actually stimulate us.
Well, what sucks?
But my point is, this can still happen within expensive movie. All that
it could happen with an expensive movie, but not when you're the expensive movies on a conveyor belt.
No, so true. And you know what Sideways made? This was done for 16 mil, and I think it made like over $100 million.
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well,
we need
someone can look it up. That goes
back to like, well, yeah. I mean, like, and
what's wrong with that?
No, it's great.
Hollywood didn't touch Godzilla. That's why it was good.
Exactly.
So the problem is with going back to like all of our genre stuff. Like Lord of the Rings is not same as Game of Thrones, is not same as Star Trek, as Doctor Who, and all. But they made it all the same. Doctor Who, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Marvel. They're all the fucking same now because they have the same variations of the homogenized fucking 5 messages. That they rotate in all of this shit, and the main one is let's fucking emasculate this right away.
Exactly.
I call this overall the iPhoning of the world. Cars are shitty. I'm not interested in the
they look like shit now. They all look like fucking pills.
And I'm saying that movies, the experiences of almost everything that we've got out there is being iPhoned. And that's a bigger topic. I don't necessarily want to get into
go into architecture. We go into cars. I'm a gearhead. Like I don't buy new cars because they look like suppositories. They look terrible. They're all designed like shit.
My
McDonald's
all fucking white and beige.
Animals outside and everything.
That brings us into our next conversation. The blandifying of the world.
It's terrible. We like my son bought a 1999 Subaru Outback with a blown engine. He bought a new used engine, rebuilt it on the kitchen table, stuffed it in. And it's like a great car. Like it's an unbelievably great car. And it's so much these 1990 cars are great.
They're terrible. That's why I kept my FJ Cruiser, because it's different looking. It doesn't look like a stupid pill,
it's the nanny helicopter parenting of everything. They've rounded off every edge to anything: video games, movies, TV, fucking Cracker Barrel,
dude. Before we get to Cracker Barrel, Az just brought it up. If McDonald's, which has had its trouble, if they just went back to their vintage look, they would their stock would shoot up.
I agree. Every fast food restaurant has basically done the same thing. Whether it's McDonald's, Burger King, even to a certain extent, Whataburger here in Texas, they all basically have this modern look. And
they all look like they were designed by some German brutalist. I mean, it's all fucking boring.
There's no text.
There's no warmth.
Come on.
No, there's no warmth. It's all sterile. It's like you're walking into a fucking ER, you know?
Yeah.
So a friend of mine is a constructor of those kinds of banks and restaurants here in Canada, and it's just cookie cutter. That they make the most money. They go into a mall and it's all exactly the same thing. That's what they want. That's what they've done with Cracker Barrel. They've turned it into Denny's.
No, and worse than Denny's. For one, like people love vintage. They just do. And and if like I don't understand why McDonald's just says, go back to your design from the 80s.
I think it's a great idea.
Just revert back to it and watch your stock go up. You don't have to change shit about your shitty food.
Not just go back to the design of the place. Cut down on your fucking menu. Like, dear Lord.
I hate that anything that's not like, you know, people aren't gobbling up this new Cracker Barrel remake. I hate that they call it MAGA. Like, it's just regular people
Democrats are pissed off at they think it sucks too. That's how bad it is.
Tweet about that.
The fucking Democrat Party
viewed through political
Gary,
lens.
I love that you called it like this brutalist, like, you know, reduction of anything that had warmth and meaning and style to it. But the comparison is actually
it's commie shit.
It is. That's where I'm leading to.
That's where the philosophy
why
comes
is it
from.
so similar to the communist philosophy?
Yep.
Or maybe because the people doing it. Who knows?
Well, in the design colleges and the art schools, that's what they're teaching them. They're not teaching them the warmth of reality and human and the magic
because
of like soul.
Brutalism is shit.
Brutalist.
Brutalism is easy and shit.
And the same, it's easy to duplicate. You can all be equally cool.
Yeah. You can't make what like those older homes in the UK. I mean, our country's not even old enough, but the architecture in some of the UK and some of Europe is like unmatched, dude.
Bring back
Sicily
the metal slides.
Yeah.
Even just the homes.
Bring them back.
Dude, like Oxford, when we're leaving Oxford, just the homes on the street.
Dude, that was cool.
Gorgeous homes. I was.
Make mine as cheap as you can, please. That's fine with me. But for this, it's the same fucking conversation we just had about Star Wars and Marvel.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the people that go to Cracker Barrel, they don't go there and I wish this was more modern looking and I wish it wasn't as cluttered in here. They go there for the aesthetic. They go there for the wooden chairs. They go there for the little tea game, right? That's why they go there.
And it's good.
So by doing this, you alienate your fucking customers that have been there for forever. There's no reason for it. It's stupid. This is a big like, hey, let's get a new direction. Let's hire a bunch of marketing people and see what's hip and new and let's expand our audience. And what's going to happen? You contract your audience because the people that used to go there every Sunday morning after church, they're now going to say, fuck this. We're not doing it anymore.
You're right. Going to hurt the franchise owners. The franchise owners are going to get destroyed by this. That's the real
another fucking woke white woman ruins something. Are we surprised?
And what did she say? Like she wanted it less colonial or something like that. There was a tagline or an explanation she gave.
Let's find out. Oh, there she. Oh man,
she doesn't even eat at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, this bitch has never eaten.
Blonde Kathleen Kennedy.
Didn't they do this big announcement in Manhattan? And there isn't a Cracker Barrel in New York.
Yeah,
there is, but they're all upstate.
Yeah, like, geez,
New York City.
In Southern California, I think the only Cracker Barrel when I was growing up was it was near Disneyland. So that was the only time we went there. It was when we went to Disneyland. It was up in Anaheim. But
Cracker Barrel's the shit.
But people like warmth when they got like if you go to a good steakhouse, is it all bright and shiny? No, it's dark. Yeah, you know, and
Cracker Barrel is supposed to feel like your grandma's house.
A British pub, like a British pub or the dinner club that we go to up in Wisconsin, which looks like a British pub. Those things are the greatest things to go to. Like a little cluttered, you know. Everything's wood.
Texture, texture in life. We've removed.
Got to keep the wood, Chrissy.
It's the wood that makes it good.
We've removed texture and haptics. We don't have buttons anymore. You don't have anything you can press anymore. You don't have any texture to your life around you because they've removed it all. We live in
of your life.
Everything's smooth and buttonless.
So let's hear what the future ex-CEO of fucking Cracker Barrel has to say because I give her 6 months. or she's fired.
Honestly, the
Way
feedback's
less.
been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll
Yeah,
give you
your
another
stock
example.
was
I
reflecting
actually
that
happened to be in
positivity.
Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So
Lies.
because
She is so full of shit. You can see it.
Not only from
I
our
wanna see her
customers,
eat
but
a
from our team
meatloaf.
members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our
The
team
Bud
members.
Light
Yeah,
effect.
sure.
It is.
You
Have
didn't
we
catch
learned
the earlier
nothing?
part of this interview where she starts speaking in design speak.
Oh,
And I went, I immediately picked it up because it used to be my business. I used to be a brand designer. I've designed more than 100 logos. And I was part of, multi-million-dollar rebrandings of Fortune 500 global companies back in the day. So I know what this world is and why she was using design speak on this show. I went, okay, that's really telling. She really is not connected to what the Cracker Barrel experience is. Now, from my perspective, I think the logo did need an update. Whether the interior of the restaurants needed an update, that I'm not an expert on. It looks like the redesign is unbelievably bland. I think there needed to be a halfway point. The original logo is not designed for the digital age. It's messy, but what they ended up with was
just clean it
way
up.
too sterile.
You keep the cracker on the Cracker Barrel, but you just clean it up a little bit.
Barrel.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and keep
the barrel out.
keep the fucking whip that goes around it too.
Yeah.
Like they have been under pressure for years to change their logo because for some reason every time black people see a whip they think it's associated with them.
It's not
Like
always
the
about
same-
you.
like the same thing with a noose. Every time a noose, it's got racial connotations. Like there are plenty of nooses in history that have nothing to do with fucking.
I did many noose logos. I don't cut them down. I mean,
exactly.
They were great.
But that's the whole thing. Like I think that for some brands, yeah, you might look at that thing and be like, that's a little bit old fashioned. But the point of this brand is that they are old fashioned.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that was the whole. That's the reason everyone's slamming them, because you go to Cracker Barrel because it feels like you're stepping back in time.
I know
could just
from
drop a
experience-
casual N-word and no one would care, right?
I know from
and
experience
they
that
didn't
people generally don't like change. Normies don't like the change, and it's how you manage it. She has managed this horribly, from the design of the stores to the extreme to how extreme the final logo is, which is absolutely emotionless. I think they went too far. That's my thought. I think they could have. They went boring, and that original logo did need some love and care and bringing it into the modern world, but they were convinced by somebody to make it sterile and not recognizable.
They Jemima'd him.
They did.
Yeah.
Most logos suck. Most logos are sterile. Most logos are boring. I think there's like very little like branding. It used to be an art, Paul, and it used to be like I was such a dork when I was a kid. I do my own brands. I draw my own brands for stuff because I was into it, and now it's just oh my God, Silicon Valley's great. It's a great show, teaches you a lot. But they talk about like the branding of Silicon Valley, which is just a lowercase letter with a fucking blue background. They go over this whole fucking thing of branding. It's great. And like this sums it up perfectly. And what Ryan said, this is exactly what's happened to Star Wars, Star Trek, everything we've done. It's been, made a fat chick with a bland logo, and it's our culture degrading. I don't think there's anything wrong with that original logo. I think T-shirt sales of that original logo will now boost. I think people go after the vid. What was popular in baseball and football to where they started integrating it was the throwback uniforms. They thought they were so past all that, and now now a lot of the teams went back to their old uniforms from the 60s. The Jets, the Chargers. What would boost the NFL? Not a bunch of gay male cheerleaders out there. Put the Redskin back on the Redskin.
Yep.
Yes.
The family's asking for it.
The family's asking for it. Man,
and again, it's a bunch of woke white weirdos that ruined everything because the funny thing
put the squaw back on Lands O'Lakes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's it.
I want those knees back.
By the way, shout out to Perry Chan for
Indeed.
the screen grab seen around the world.
Yeah.
Really? This was him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I believe he's the first. Well, I think Perry's the first person who got a screenshot of Rachel during that scene with that weird face and tweeted it out, and it blew up. And now it's been seen a million times.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was. He 100% was, because when he did it, I'm like, dude, you might want to hold that one back because that's a good thumbnail, but it was too late.
I immediately grabbed it, made a transparent image, and put it on a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Perry. You know?
Well, you and everybody else. It wasn't just you, dude. It was good.
That is
it was
correct,
good.
yes.
It was good. Well, you know, it goes back to the days where I have a whole file of Jodie Whittaker faces. It was just it was so easy to get a retarded Jodie Whittaker face. It's got 500 images in it. 500.
Oh my god.
500.
Wow.
I had a lot. Yeah. Well,
There's room for a little more.
There might be.
Jodie Whittaker, the bag lady of Doctor Who.
Yeah, and wow, and how bad was that? And how little did we know it could get worse, Paul?
Yeah, wow.
So there's shit.
Hold on,
that?
1, 2, 3.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense. They all look like Disparu. Where's Disparu?
Where's this from?
He's
You need a
pulling
wellness
his
check.
ball
Dead?
The fuck are you, dude?
Is Disparu dead?
Maybe.
He
I heard
tweeted
not.
4 hours ago, so there was signs
He's
of life.
probably fell asleep. That's my guess.
It's not like it's fucking the middle of the night there. The show starts at what? As 9 p.m. British time?
Disparu sleeps at weird hours all the time.
All right. Wellness check.
Okay. There's a thing called a fucking alarm on your phone, Disparu. Look it up.
Maybe he was watching Peacemaker, saw the orgy scene, and just furiously masturbated.
He heard himself.
He's in a post-wank sleep, no, a coma, post-wank coma, you know.
That's what men get, the post-wank coma.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's a real thing.
You want to fall asleep? Crack one out.
Yeah.
You'll be asleep in no fucking time after that.
Does it work every time?
Yeah, every
much.
time,
I just
100% of the time, it
melatonin.
works 60% of the time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
To have a penis.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of women that do, apparently.
So, what's the over under on her losing her job?
I think before the end of the year.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kathleen Kennedy's still there, so like, they're.
But
she ain't no Kathleen Kennedy.
yeah,
man.
Jaguar got rid of their CEO, and I think end of the year.
Bud Light got rid of the woman very quickly.
How do you go back?
She's dead man walking.
How do you go back though?
so
You've
bad.
already
Man.
remodeled
Look at this.
restaurants. Like
Look at this
we need to
guy.
find this man.
Well, it's only been 70, so it's not all of
Wait,
them.
it's Paul.
So at this point, you just don't
Paul,
remodel
he
anymore.
made-
I didn't know you made
No
the logo
logo.
for them. That's amazing.
Yes, that's me. I did
Yeah.
that.
You did say you used to work in graphic design.
So
Oh,
just
I
so
love
you know
that
her
computer.
background, she came from Taco Bell and apparently improved their sales enormously. So the woman does come with some decent track
She
record.
knows
We'll see.
tacos.
Taco Bell sucks too. They need to go back to the
No, they
mission.
do.
They need to go
and
back
I'm
to the
just-
mission with the fucking bell. Remember
The
those?
Taco.
Yeah.
Bring
Yo
it back.
quiero Taco
Bring
Bell.
back
That's
the-
it.
Quiero Taco Bell.
Bring back the
Crispa.
Crispas. Bring them back.
Put meat back on the menu. That'd be.
I don't think she's in the same Veriside, whatever that woman who did the Bud Lighting of
No, I mean,
I don't think she's in that same
She's
area. But again, she's going to be protected by the fact that she had several consulting firms, do all of this, so they're going to easily blame them for this.
How much stock did they lose?
I want to see her eat a chalupa, then I'll believe. I'll believe her.
They lost $94 million in a day after disastrous rebrand sparks MAGA outrage.
Just people outrage.
Reminder: the Democratic Party tweeted that they thought it sucked too. It's literally bringing the world together right now. Like Zelensky and Putin both said that the label change sucked. So
wow.
The new
and then they met up together like Arnie and
yeah,
biceps like drooping downwards.
Yes, that is the Democrats. stating
Well, apart
it sucks
Zelensky
too.
was like this though. Zelensky was like that.
Yeah, he had to reach up a little bit, get on a couple of phone books.
Lit, I have my high heels on.
The new logo for the restaurant chain has been blasted by Trump's MAGA.
Oh my God.
Well,
Who is this? Who the fucking
Fucking independent, dude.
Go
They're
for it.
retarded.
I don't know the Democrats were Trump's MAGA. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting indeed.
The new logo for the Southern themed restaurant chain. Why'd you put chain in there? Why'd you put chain?
Hey, yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Classically chain.
Trying to trigger the blacks.
Chain.
The generational pain. Oh.
Let me gearify it. Hold on.
Thank you.
There you go.
It's like you forget. I can't see the new logo from the chain. Yeah, chain.
Chain.
Wait. The new logo for the Southern themed restaurant chain has been blasted by Trump's MAGA base, claiming the design is woke and boring. It's boring. It's fucking boring.
Yeah, like the.
I don't know if it's woke.
Like stop calling it woke. I don't know. Well, listen.
There's a white person in it.
Some of the reactions I saw right away were like woke CEO, and I'm like, well,
that's the one I saw.
Sees woman woke.
And also,
it's like a Jeremy trailer reaction.
It seems like
let's
they
be fair.
misquoted some things as well, because there's one tweet saying that that's the decision to decolonize the company, and there's actually not a quote from her saying that. It's just people kind of assuming it, but I can see why people have those kind of, knee-jerk reactions, because it's removing the white man from the logo kind of thing.
Well, apparently she is big into the DEI, so there is that aspect.
And there was some
People
LGBT proud
People
advertising.
are like, with the glasses, you can tell. Gary has glasses that aren't that far off. Like,
Yeah.
You take that back.
His glasses are woke.
My glasses are woke. They are.
she probably fucking is. Like, let's be real, she probably fucking is. But it was just so funny because it's like woke CEO, and I hear the clip of this woke CEO, and she's like, everyone's really on board with it. We wanted to freshen things up. We wanted to do this. Like, I was expecting to hear, we're tired of only whites going to our fucking restaurant. We need reparations.
Oh God.
Landed.
Woke.
That's it.
Face, neck, and chest.
That was a gift to the internet.
It's classic.
It is a classic. It is a classic. So the anger led to a drop in the stock value for the company. It finished Thursday at 54.8, which is a share down about 7.15% on the day. The stock was able to rebound from a midday low where it was down about 15%. Crackers stock drop led to the company losing about $94 million. CBS News Money Watch reported in the early afternoon that Cracker Barrel had lost nearly $200 million, but it was able to make up some of the ground before closing bell. Well, that's not exactly like the response you want to your new logo. It's just not.
That's it.
I don't think they roll back on this, but I mean, I don't eat there very much.
I eat there all the time. I eat there all the time. This is an upset. This is an outrage.
I actually have a grandma that cooks, so
Have you performed there?
No, but I would.
There's a small silver lining to this, which is Jeremy loves Cracker Barrel, like to the point where he's like always suggesting.
That is
like
shocking news.
If we're on a fucking trip somewhere,
it's off the kid menu, doesn't he?
I'm sure, yeah. Here's the thing: if we're on a trip somewhere, we're gonna be there for a couple days, whatever. Jeremy's like, let's go to Cracker Barrel. That first day, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I like Cracker Barrel. Then the second day, he wants to go to the same fucking place for breakfast, and I'm like, why the fuck do you want to go to the same goddamn place over and over every fucking day you're here? So that's the silver lining. Is I hope that this crushes Jeremy, that he's really upset.
Or will be suggesting it as the first place anymore, or the second.
Well, guys, I guess it's time. Put it off long enough.
Fuck.
Exactly.
So the
Dicks and balls, baby.
Okay, so the DCU, which is the relaunch of DC for, I mean, technically the third time, because after Zack Snyder, they tried to Marvelize it a little bit, and then The Rock came in, and then James Gunn came in, and the DCU is now made up of Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker. Now, Peacemaker, as Paul pointed out in his video, Peacemaker premiered in 2022. 2022. So it's been Long time, 3 years.
Long time.
Long time. And it's now part of the DCU. They have erased the Snyder part of it immediately. They have erased the Snyder part. And now, according to James Gunn, this is the mostest importantest thing to watch as the next chapter of the DCU. Right after the very comic booky, child-friendly Superman that families were going to everywhere. So gather around, get the kids, everybody, for some family fun.
And see some schlong.
And see some DCU orgy. See some little schlong, some little fucking sausage. It's Peacemaker gets macked on by a dude.
Yep.
By a dude.
Yep.
The John Cena is just he likes being the little clown, doesn't he?
He loves being a naked Chinese puppet.
Yeah, he wants into the club.
He can't act, so that's the best.
So let's preface this going. I know what Peacemaker is. I know. I watched season 1. I've watched it again, and it's worse than I remember. Peacemaker season 1. I know some people liked it. I did not. I think it wasn't my favorite thing. It was all written and directed by James Gunn, but at least it existed kind of in its own place, and that's where it belongs. It wants to be the DC boys. That's what it wants to be. And that is where James Gunn is most comfortable. And this is proof positive why he was the wrong person to direct Superman, because he is far more comfortable in this. And this wasn't good.
This was awful. Like you can separate.
This is his favorite thing that he's done, right? In the DC universe, not Superman. This movie.
Well, that's probably because he's probably jerking off behind the camera during the orgy scene. Yeah, he loved it.
It's Peacemaker 2 is his favorite thing. And
oh my God,
look, if you watch season 1, yes, this is a continuation of that. You shouldn't really be shocked if you watch season 1 what we're seeing in season 2 in terms of the tone and shit. The problem is, it's okay when Peacemaker exists as this little side thing with a bunch of entries into this universe. When it's the direct follow-up to Superman, when it's advertised as the direct follow-up to Superman, when you have so many characters that were in Superman now appearing in this and the things they say and what they're involved in, that's when it's was this really the best way to go about it? And it's going to be one of those things where there are going to be some people that love this shit. They think it's hilarious. They think it's super edgy. They think it's funny. And a lot of people are going to be like, what the fuck is this?
The thing is,
that's where I am.
Well,
this is still a piece of crap.
I mean,
even without that,
listen, there's the boys, and it's clear that James Gunn, that's his taste. That's what he likes. He likes Grant Morrison. He likes the edgier part of comic books, right?
But that's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But The Boys has been done. And again, it's clear that James Gunn is more comfortable here. And as Ryan mentioned, Green Lantern, Max Lord, and Hawkgirl in this. So is Max Lord going to talk about camel toe in the next Superman movie? I mean, are they going to bring that up? Yeah. Are they going to bring up the gay orgy? Or they got black lesbians. They got a girl boss in it who's kicking ass.
Black lesbians.
Oh yeah.
It's got it all, man. And
that's the thing, and that's what I mean when you're look, they retconned the end of season 1, and this is one of the big questions that people have: was Peacemaker exists within the structure and canon and continuity of the old DCEU, right? With James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which has carryovers from characters that were in the DCEU, whether that be Suicide Squad, whether it be the Harley Quinn, all that, right? So you didn't actually reboot the universe. You still have actors and characters and stuff like that around from that initial universe, but you've now retconned that last scene where the Justice League appears, and instead it's the Justice Gang. And instead of the little jokes between Ezra Miller and Aquaman at the end, you have jokes between Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl. And you have Supergirl and Superman there.
Supergirl and Superman.
And Mr. Terrific. And the problem is that one retcon is not enough because, so Rick Flag was
killed.
Was in Suicide Squad
Suicide
and the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
John Cena killed him in the Suicide Squad, and that continuity still carries over into this. In the same movie where where Superman got put in the hospital with a kryptonite bullet from Idris Elba, right? So like these things are all mixed up. And I think that's the least of the concerns. The most to me is just whiplash in tone, and that it's just not. I don't think it's fucking funny.
I get a question. Did anyone laugh a single time watching?
No,
not really.
No,
truly did not.
It was detestable. The characters are just assholes that you hate, especially that girl boss. I hate her,
Mrs. James Gunn.
Mrs. Gunn. Yeah,
it came off like try hard. It wasn't naturally funny, or it was so try hard, edgy stuff.
It was 2012 edgy humor.
It wasn't even that. It was hello, fellow edgelords. It was.
Well, no, it was made completely based on the humor from like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
which is basically James Gunn.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not edgy anymore. It's not really funny. It's not groundbreaking, and James Gunn. I was talking to Drinker about this. He's become a caricature of himself at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's that innovative of a filmmaker. I think he was really good with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I've liked a lot of his stuff, but he's degraded now. Superman
was too much.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I'm confused how he could make something this bad. If he's supposed to be, talented to make Guardians of the Galaxy, how could that guy make something this crap and be unaware of it?
He also planned the MCU. He also helped plan the good MCU.
I was just going to say, I think he's a bit overworked. I mean, he wrote and directed the first episode, and what he went through with Superman, writing and directing that's a huge amount of work. So as with my former network executive hat on, I don't need a lot of inspiration or fantastic newness in a show. I just need the rules to be followed every single episode as if it's Rockford Files or the A-Team. So this, at its basic level, this show didn't even follow network rules. And by that, I mean, there was no B story. What's her name? Amelia just went into a bar and purposely got herself thrashed for some S&M fun, rather than the guy. And so she should have been on a mission as part of a B story. Fuck it up because she's fucked up, and then have the meeting with the guy who says you're just too twisted. We can't accept you. Suddenly you have a B story. The same thing could have happened we had so many opportunities for B stories that would show some interior action that would complete within the context of the one episode. This is what drives me nuts with streaming. This is what Murders in the Building do really well. They always have a B or C story that actually completes within that one episode. They do it all the time. They know what they're doing. Here in this case, we got lectured to with Peacemaker in front of the Justice Gang. No, at the very least, they could have said, well, you know what? You're killing too many people all the time, but here's an assignment. Go off and do this. And then he goes to a kindergarten, and there's a guy threatening with guns, and he ends up killing all the kids. And he gets dragged back. Look, you just killed all the kindergarten kids. Like, you're insane. We can't accept you because you're over the top. At least make a story of it. Don't just have them yakking to each other.
And it
so that was my biggest problem.
It reverted the character from the end of season 1. Like, he had become a hero at the end of season 1, and now he's just right back to where he was at the beginning of season 1.
You kind of have to find a way to do it, but that would have been the way to do it. Is like they've given him an opening with the work that he did at the end of season 1. He now has an option to join the Justice Gang. He fucks it up. That's a small story.
Where did I see a loose cannon hero asked to be on a team and get rejected? Oh yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, that's right.
We just saw the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a new character and he's got a new spin. But at least don't have it as a lecture. Create some action sequence out of it that we can at least enjoy watching. I didn't enjoy the bar fight. I didn't understand the point of it.
Okay, you know what would happen in that bar fight? She would have walked in there, started shit, got hit once, and hit the ground. Exactly. That's exactly what that was. Fucking ridiculous. And the fact that her nose was still in place after getting punched in the face multiple times. It's like, have you ever seen somebody get punched in the face multiple times? Their nose is flat. Okay,
and her teeth.
And her teeth. Yeah.
And look, we know that she's competent, right? We do know that she's competent. It's not like it's just some random girl walking into a bar, right? but it was extra. It was next level. And the
And
reason all of this is still
what was the point of it?
Yes, there's no point of it. And the reason this is all still there, let's just be honest, it's because she's James Gunn's wife.
Yes,
indeed.
That's the reason they didn't want to do a full reboot. That's the reason there's a Peacemaker season 2. In an ideal world, you wipe the slate clean. You actually fucking restart, but you don't want to do that when you got your wife the gig in this thing.
Well, I don't see why you couldn't do that.
That's what I think.
You could totally do that. I feel like you could. If you go, okay, this Peacemaker is the Peacemaker of the old DCEU, and throughout the course of the episode, he goes through the portal, which they do that, and then he ends up in the new DCEU. He has to replace him. But this is not that. It's half the new one because the Justice Gang is there. And then they retconned the ending of the last season to show the.
And
Justice
they had
Gang
a
when
better.
show,
they had a better thing at the end to retcon the ending. Now,
why?
And it's something they should have introduced this early. By the way, that's a problem. But at least at the end, like it created an interesting problem. Like at the very end, I'm like, okay, that's at least an interesting problem. Too bad I had to get through a fucking cocaine-fueled orgy for no reason that needs to be there.
With full frontal,
for as long as it went to.
So many penises. Too many penises.
Also,
too many people not in shape too.
But yeah, a lot of ugly fucking people that were running around naked too. Like that is a problem.
Unnecessary.
Like, that is a problem.
Yeah, exactly, Paul.
Paul, do it again.
Do it. No, not you, Paul.
But also it brings up questions based on the interactions that we see the Justice Gang have with Superman in that movie. Is it really easy to believe that 6 months prior to this, they were all like there, all just hanging out together, all just showed up at this thing? I don't fucking think
it was
so.
a bit too Mystery Man-ish.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
No, the Mystery Man's
Supergirl is.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
So like the reason it was like that, the Mystery Man-ish stuff appearing, like the reason it was like that at the end of Peacemaker is because they wanted to show that the Justice League is there. So they showed the outlines of Wonder Woman, the outlines of Superman, Henry Cavill's Superman, the outlines of Ben Affleck's Batman, but they only got 2 actors really there, and that was Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And they have a little interaction, but you see the silhouettes of everybody else.
Yeah.
So they replaced their little conversations with Green Lantern and Hawkgirl, and then just replaced the other things, Mr. Terrific, Superman, and Supergirl. But the other thing, your second entry into the DC universe, the new DC universe, and we're already going multiverse stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I hated the multiverse.
I'm so over the multiverse.
I think Ryan's right with the James. This is what James Gunn loves to do. He really wants to do this show. This show shouldn't exist. It shouldn't exist in the slightest. Not because of the fact that he started afresh. We've started the DCU afresh, and we said it ourselves. It said, why is this staying in? Oh, well, it's not actually season 1. It's a different universe that you know. So that's why we're going to carry this on. But as we know, he's a nepo boy. It's a way to get his fucking brother casted. It's a way to get his fucking wife casted and keep them happy. And the big problem for me with this show is not just the fact that it's absolute unmitigated dog shit, but to me, your statement of intent for your DCU is this utter shit. I don't think he's got a fucking clue where he's going. No. I don't think he's got a fucking clue who he's fucking fighting, what's being built up, where they're going with this, what's the big bad, where this 8-year plan is. This is literally piece by piece with a fucking lie, because when James Gunn opens his mouth, he fucking lies. This guy couldn't tell the truth to save his fucking life. This is just an 8-year plan of fuck it.
Well,
we'll throw everything we got.
It's just James Gunn. It's James Gunn being James Gunn. It's irreverent humor. It's where he's comfortable, and this was our concern from the get-go. Well, where's the Where's the heroism? Where's the basis of heroism after creature heroism? After Creature Commandos, after this, after Superman, after Peacemaker, what's your foundation? Like where is your earnest hero?
Yep.
I can't follow a character. You can't put a character in front of me and go, "Oh, you got to like this character because they're the protagonist of the story." It doesn't work. You have to. A character has to be fucking likable. Nobody in this show is likable. Not a fucking one of them.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's a problem.
And it is a huge problem.
You got Frank Grillo as
Rick Flag
Sr. And what are they doing with him? Like he's kind of a dumb shit in it, So he's out for revenge. Yeah, the guy killed his son, but in another universe. So like as Ryan said, how is that going to connect at all?
But
and they're probably going to bring in. They're probably going to bring in, that pocket. For one, they have Superman characters in it. It is directly connected. They mentioned Lex Luthor's. It's the reason they figured out that there was a pocket universe at Peacemaker's place because they had a detector, and because of the problems from them having opening up another rift, of which they mentioned in the show. They don't want to open up another dangerous rift. That's why they're keeping it. But also, Flag is just watching him because he killed his kid, and he's out to get revenge. And I watched all the the little post scene where they talk about the production of it and stuff. They did this so Chris Peacemaker can see a world where his dad was cool and his brother was still alive. And then they do a little twist at the end, but
and he's not a loser.
And he's not a loser.
That should have been the DCU, the new one with the new Superman. That's the world that he stumbles upon in, the one where his dad's good and his brother's still alive, and he kills the good version of himself. That would have been an interesting, which I think that's what they're trying to do. But they did it in this convoluted fucking thing.
Actually, I think it's the bad version of himself.
You think? I mean, he's already a bad guy.
No, he's twisted. If you listen to the dialogue when Cena, the original, whatever he,
which is like you being in my house, there's no reason to shoot you or whatever.
Nobody gives a shit.
But I mean, that's justified.
Cena one goes in, and his brother, who's now alive, and his dad are both kind of going, "Wow, what's happened? Like, what's with you? You're kind of happy. Like, what's going on here?" They give hints that the Cena 1 is actually the happy guy, and Cena 2 is the guy who is out of control.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Going to what you were saying, Gary, that this is James Gunn being James Gunn. I think like this show revealed all I need to know about James Gunn, where he's unleashed and gets to do everything he wants. And I think like that orgy scene, you don't put that in by accident. That's him putting it in because he gets the key.
He loves that.
He loves that.
There was no
other point for it apart from some exactly. And holy crap, that tells me everything I need to know.
It's like some kind of a flex. Like he could get that many naked people.
That's what he does in his spare time. I bet you wouldn't be, think of injecting that unless he's doing it.
It certainly gets brought up a lot in his work, and
doesn't it?
Like,
I'm sure the kids will love it.
Listen, there's a place. I think there's a place for like rated R content that can exist in the universe. I'm fine with that, and I think that absolutely should exist. But like you roll out with an orgy in your first one, and you did it to create conversations, and you did it to be controversial. You also did it because James Gunn did it because he's comfortable there. And again, this tells you exactly why he was the wrong guy for Superman. And all the signs were there in Peacemaker season 1. All the fucking signs were there. If you watch Peacemaker season 1, he pretty much repeats a bunch of shit from fucking the Suicide Squad. Repeats scenes. He repeats himself. He riffs on himself a lot.
It is the second season of Peacemaker. Like nobody that watched season 1 should be surprised or shocked at the tone of season 2.
No,
the problem is where it's positioned, that it's the follow-up to Superman, that it's advertised as the follow-up to Superman, and that they're connecting so many things from Superman to it. That's my problem. And I think that in theory you could have had this, maybe after the Supergirl movie comes out and maybe another show or whatever, you have your Peacemaker season 2, and it can be a side thing. But instead, we have several characters that we were introduced to in this movie that are now important in this, and we're getting reflections of their character and the way that they're acting within this, that it's going to be impossible to ignore once we have like them in another thing with Superman.
This is what the DCU is now. It's not Superman. It's Creature Commandos. It's Peacemaker. It's going to be Supergirl because it's going to be people who are people
and
who
he
are
wanted
hot.
it to be the authority. Remember,
people who are a hot mess, an alcoholic Supergirl, irreverent humor, people who are sad and conflicted and losers, and we're not going to see the era of gods and fucking monsters. What DC is supposed to be.
What I want. I want Olympian gods, and I want earnest takes on these stories about morality and heroism, and that's not what we're going to fucking
it's not,
get
James
again.
Not that.
No,
and it's
Like,
also
at,
no moral code,
at the very least, make the shows coherent. I don't care if they don't make sense.
Coherent.
I'm not talking about it. Like, even Peggy, Mannix's secretary, got a story sometimes on his goddamn show, right? So if you're going to give Peggy a B story, like, give me a B story. And like, I agree with everything that you're saying, but from an entertainment perspective, this first episode could have been first up until the final sequence where he's battling himself, which actually I started waking up.
Yeah, the whole big chunk of the first episode, like you said in your review, Paul, it's just a setup. So setup. So there is no beginning, middle, and end to it. And in each episode, even in a streaming series with an overarching plot, has to have a beginning, middle, and end. Game of Thrones always ended on something something crazy.
Usually the 9th episode ended on something crazy.
Well, each episode ended on a high dramatic point, and then the penultimate episode had the crazy shit happen, and it was then the 10th episode was aftermath.
There used to be some kind of structure.
But
this one did end with him killing himself. It kind of end with a big.
Just introduced him and just killed him. So there was nothing there to really hook in. He was there for like 2 minutes.
Oh.
The orgy scene, for whatever you want to fuck it, it's just a lame ass hero-gasm from the boys.
It's hero-gasm.
There's nothing original here at all. His wife is having the band. I think honestly, Paul, I really think he thinks the stuff with his wife is the B story. That's what I honestly think he thinks that. And then the conversation with her and the therapist, it's not a legitimate conversation. It doesn't feel like a legitimate conversation. It feels like two actors have been told to riff. There might be some ad-libbing. Quick, say cunt. So it's just like, oh, you said that, and it's a shock. And it's just like, there's nothing shocking when you can read what's coming a mile away. None of the jokes landed in the slightest. The only interesting bit about the whole show is when he went into the pocket universe of himself and saw his dad and his brother who had died, and the fact that they were both good stand-up guys and they're like having a drink together. God, I'll see you in the morning business. So you kind of like, okay, what's going on here? And then if you're in this pocket universe, there's going to be a pocket you, because they know you, they're referencing you, so you clearly fucking exist there in that house.
And none of it was a surprise because they showed it in the trailer. They showed it all in the fucking trailer.
But he's never showing it himself. He's never even intimating like, right, where am I? What am I doing right now? How do I?
Well, they say Bloodhaven, right?
Yes.
Well, Blood.
Like, aren't you supposed to be in Bloodhaven?
They say Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven is Bloodhaven.
Blood.
It's Bloodhaven. Get the fuck out of here.
Bloodhaven.
It does have the little thing on it, I suppose, but I have always said Bloodhaven, and in basically every human being I have
Bloodhaven.
Yeah. So
every customer I had in the comic store called it Bloodhaven, like
because it is Bloodhaven.
And every time we heard it, like I guess I haven't watched every single piece of DC material in history.
From Grimm.
All the times I can remember, from animated to live action, they've said Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven, and
so it like, and it also just sounds cooler.
It sounds better.
Yeah, it
sounds
much
better.
Americanized.
Play on words. BLU with the dots D Haven. So it's the blood. So it's the play on the pronunciation of it.
We got a German here. Come on, Chrissy.
It's blood.
Blood.
In America,
It probably technically is pronounced like that, but no one's ever said it like that.
But if it's in Germany, I imagine they'll pronounce it Bloodhaven or whatever. But it's America, and Americans do what Americans do: dub it down. So it's Bloodhaven.
Simplify it, make it, perfect it. Perfect
it. Sounds better, doesn't it?
Would have been
Take out the unnecessary U's.
We stole your football, made it better.
By the way,
we stole your baseball, made it better. Okay.
The opening credits.
We microwave tea, and it's still better than any of your tea.
Shut up about microwave fucking teeth.
No.
You threw all that tea in the harbor.
The opening credits to this show are a fucking war crime. A fucking breach of the Geneva Convention. I have never seen anything so fucking embarrassing.
Gary was like Usher when they did that. Like,
I know. I did it the wrong way.
What music? What music were they playing on that opening?
I don't know.
Forever.
God awful.
Because that wasn't the season 1 music, was it?
Well, at least season 1 had Hanoi Rocks.
Yes, I wanted to add, just with regards to these umlauts, Hungarian has 14 vowels. Just wanted to tell you.
Hey, we have doubled the amount of vowels. There you go.
You know, I bet all the people that cry bloody murder at Sydney Sweeney showing her, cleavage and stuff like that, or that there's how dare they put attractive, women in video games, everything like that. I bet they all loved the orgies.
Shad, I already have the gun bro reply, guys. And in my tweet, I just said, "Hey, get the kids, everybody. We're gonna have. There's an orgy, and it's like I have to." Hey, reply guys, if you're out there watching, maybe you should ask Grok what I meant by my tweet. Maybe you should just ask.
DEI orgy. They're never that diverse. I've heard.
It was. Sorry to explain the joke, but it's exactly how James Gunn framed how you should watch Peacemaker. Now, I don't think he actually. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to get in James Gunn's head because I don't want to be there. But you're following up the very kid-friendly thing with this hard-rated R, uber violent, orgy-filled fucking HBO show as your next thing. It shows that it's fucking incoherent. As Paul said, just give me a path, right? And right now the path is clear, and it's because I've been into comic books my whole life. I know the kind of comic book customer James Gunn was, and he was the one who basically was a superhero fan when he was a little kid, got into college, thought he was all edgy, and then they start pretty much liking all the Image and Warren Ellis and fucking Grant Morrison shit, which is great. Going into Vertigo means you're just not getting into. That means you're not into superheroes anymore. It's the same thing with Deadpool. The joke gets fucking old because it's basically a parody of superheroes at this point because you're tired of it. And I saw customers just cycle through all the time, and they were just at some point it's like maybe you just don't like superheroes anymore. Why don't you try a Western comic or something like that? Try because you're just not into it anymore. And he's just not that into Superman and heroism. Again, he's not the kind of guy who's going to put a fucking American flag on his in front of his house on 4th of July, much less any other day. In Peacemaker season 1, he fucking clowns America. The whole fucking show is clowning America and MAGA and toxic masculinity, and everybody's a Republican's a white supremacist, and that's where he comes from. I heard fucking people saying James Gunn was sneaking in MAGA themes into Superman. You're high.
What?
Okay.
You're fucking high.
Insane.
That is
that's
insane.
what happens when you view every single thing through a political lens.
I know. I think there's so much with the Gun Bros. I think there's so much of reaction and just resentment towards the Snyder Bros that they just want. They're at each other's throats, and this is gonna go on for years, guys. This is not gonna stop. It's going to get worse, especially when the final numbers come in for Superman, when it officially does not do better than the Man of Steel without adjusting for inflation. James Gunn's never going to hear the end of it, and it's going to go back and forth. And those of us who just like watch Superman and really wanted it to be good, and it wasn't, and see the direction we're going. The warning signs were there, as just mentioned one. His second movie was going to be The Authority. Who are the two main characters in The Authority, Az?
Gay Superman and gay Batman.
Yep.
Who are married.
Gay bathhouses.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. So that would be your second movie.
Before the Justice League, you would have a basically an anti-Justice League, a boys, and it would have turned into.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Hyper violent.
That again, that's everything that happened in the mid 2000s. All the bad Superman, all the bad Justice Leagues, or the irreverent loose cannon Justice Leagues. That was a very popular trend, and a lot of it was good at the time. But
I'm so far over the
but no, everybody's over deconstructing the superhero. Like we are fucking
Gary,
over it.
It comes from the
they
core. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. They injected some of the authority kind of concepts into Superman.
Yes,
in the
they did.
authority comic book,
Yes, they did.
They go to another country and just kill the leader of that country.
Yep.
Because they're just bad people. And look what they do at the end of
James
Superman.
Gunn said they incorporated some of the authority stuff in other movies, and they clearly did in Superman. 100%. You're right.
It comes from the core of not respecting comic books and thinking that they're cringe and stupid.
Well, it's also thinking the hero is stupid and it's old-fashioned and it's silly, and that's why it continuously gets even freaking Grant Morrison and Alan Moore have said, listen, I did my work, I deconstructed, but that's not what it was. That's not what DC is supposed to be. Even that commie wizard thinks that people have gone too far with it. And they've just been remaking The Watchmen over and over. That's all the fucking boys is. It's all this, all this stuff is. And it's been done to death. And we were hoping, hey, maybe James Gunn would figure it out and reconstruct the hero. And we got that punk rock is the new kindness, unless you say you don't like Superman's James Gunn, and then you'll see all the kindness from the Gunn Bros.
There is nothing punk rock about anything that he's fucking done.
I just want to reiterate, like that. There
Peacemaker.
Yeah, it's accurate.
I just want to reiterate the hypocrisy, right? That Peacemaker demonstrates, where there is a side of the ideological spectrum that will friggin' celebrate this gay orgy thing to the moon, right? They'll celebrate the most sexually degenerate, perverted stuff. But did you see the outcry they had to Stella Blade when you had a conventionally attractive woman wearing just skimpy clothing, and they're saying, "How dare you sexualize women suddenly," and stuff like that? They're the biggest hypocrites under the planet. These people, as long as it's like weird kink stuff, then they're on board. But if it somehow promotes normal heterosexual attraction, then it's evil.
I was gonna say that the problem they have is with normalcy.
Yeah, you needed a traditional approach with Superman, and I think James Gunn attempted it. I just don't think he knows how. I don't think he knows how.
Traditional is a dirty word to them.
Yes. And
because
Superman,
to them, it kind of symbolizes more conservative values, and therefore I must be anti this, I must be anti-family, I must be anti heterosexuality, I must be anti this, everything else must be.
In German, Hitler said traditional once, so obviously it's
and he drank water, the twat.
No. If anything is demonstrated, James Gunn is like the worst guy to handle traditional heroism and everything like that. Yeah. Peacemaker episode 1 of season 2 has shown all of that to me. Like I've basically lost all faith in this guy.
Even if you take like the orgy scene out, which just sticks out like a small penis,
sticks out like a micro.
It's not as Paul said, it's just not a good episode.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah. At least season 1, there was like some structure in there, like there's no structure here. And again, they introduced pocket universes, but they just decided to erase, like really lazily and kind of a funny way, they erased the Snyderverse in the previously on, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that. They redid the previously on, so it wasn't even in the show. It was
they retconned
season
it.
1 is the same. I went back and watched the last episode of season 1 just to confirm it's exactly the same.
They didn't change it in season 1. They just changed the previously on. So previously on Peacemaker, and they shot new scenes.
So why? They didn't say previously on Peacemaker. They said previously in the DCU.
No, they did. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Previously in the DCU.
Even though it wasn't the DCU then. Yeah.
I love how they opened the show with fucking Superman, too. Like, they got Superman. It's like DCU. It's, oh, boy. Orgy time.
Season 1, the best part was the relationship between Peacemaker and his dad.
Yep.
Because it was just so wonderful.
Robert Patrick is a legend.
It was the two of them, and the costumes were so bad. It was hilarious. I mean, I was laughing all the way through.
I liked Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad. I think he worked really well in that ensemble piece, and I think he works really well as in that ensemble. I don't like the Peacemaker ensemble at all. I don't like the crew.
It's because then you get like Peacemaker worked good in the group. Right. Yes. And then the little one-liners and his personality, like I think it works well in the Suicide Squad.
There was balance.
When he is now the main guy, and then you have this lower tier of surrounding cast and crews, fat, annoying black woman, fat nerd, like James Gunn's wife. And it just didn't work. I didn't like season 1. Not for me.
The stuff with his dad was hilarious.
It should have been all that. I mean, if that I would have been fine. You know,
sad
introducing the multiverse already, especially when you're like, we're going to do everything different for Marvel. And maybe they don't like go into it, but like, let's be real. DC is far more multiverse than Marvel, even Marvel, you know?
Well,
they're the ones who reset their canon all the time.
It wasn't even that did it. It was like so matter of fact as well, because like it was not really that big of a thing in the first season, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is now opening up the whole multiverse thing, and then it was like, oh, that's just a thing now.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Why wouldn't they have known about it?
They said
already?
99 doors. I'm surprised they didn't do 52 doors.
And why is eagerly finding the right door?
I don't know. Oh, look, and there's another silly pet flying around.
Yep, there it is again. There it is again.
Look, can we just briefly talk about the worst conversation that this episode had? The two guys outside of the
oh my god,
the burger joint.
Jesus Christ!
What
the owl shit?
Yeah,
was that?
Vigilante,
yeah. And the manager coming out,
and
like
just the conversation, but the whole thing was just like, why is that? How the fuck has this even made it into the show?
It's irreverent humor.
None of the dialogue landed. None of the jokes landed. None of it felt real. It just felt like, guys, just say stuff.
LOL, so random.
Yeah.
Well, kind of like it was the same kind of joke as the stupid broken intercom. Like, I'm sure everyone thought that's going to be hilarious, and that didn't land.
It was fucking dumb.
Again, there was a lot of talk and not action. Whatever. Assassin I should have seen him in the restaurant fucking up. Like, why are they talking about it? Show me the action of him not capable of dealing with this job because he's not a well human being. That's what I would have wanted to
slice in somebody's fucking hand or something.
Yeah,
just something.
They could have had a whole episode of him trying to be the upstanding kind of noble superhero thing and constantly screwing up and accidentally murdering people along the way. And that would have been interesting. I would have found that kind of, especially if they made it comedic ways that he's screwing up and accidentally killing people, not meaning to, but is falling into his old habits. There's something there.
But what if he had an orgy and you saw a lot of dogs?
Well, the funny thing about it is that this is the same guy who did Super, where you basically have a lot of that stuff you're talking about. It's like, just adapt that shit into the show.
Yeah, I definitely got the vibe that he kind of like took some stuff from Super and just stuck it back in, stuck it in this show instead.
That was good. That was good. I did like the bag of cocaine that was like for emergency only.
It said for a rainy day.
for a rainy day, something like that. Yeah, that
dude, no coke addict would have coke for a rainy day. Okay, tell you what.
It's probably from James Gunn's house, in all fairness.
As you talk about stuff from Super, like all of his stuff is self-referential. Like he's just copying himself in so many things. So Peacemaker,
copying himself, copying other people. I didn't see anything original.
Off to an awesome start, everybody. Superman
lost money, and Peacemaker is dog shit.
And I wanted it to be good. I was rooting for it. I wanted this all to be good. And it's just not, it sucks.
I do also like how the Justice Gang is concerned with John Cena or with Peacemaker having murdered people when at the end of Superman, Hot Girl literally murders a world leader. Like
no repercussions, no thought.
I mean, not that he wasn't doing fucked up shit, but I'm not Superman, bitch. Fucking kill somebody.
So is Maxwell Lord going to get cancelled for talking about White Rabbit's camel toe?
Camel toe.
Yeah.
There's got to be a scene now of Peacemaker fucking the shit out of
White Rabbit.
White Rabbit, yeah.
That would have been good.
Been better than those dudes going off to the room and that dude macking on John Cena.
Well, Paul was just counting to make sure all the penises were circumcised. I saw Paul in there. Pausing, zooming in.
That's right. You gotta check whether they've got
kosher.
That's right. I was amazed at the number of doggy style things.
It's a safe way to hide a dong.
It is.
As if they were needing to hide. There was one dude they kept showing who was just standing by himself,
just in the middle of the frame, just in the middle of the frame, just shaking it.
Just a helicopter.
One dude that was just sitting there furiously. Everybody else is fucking somebody, and one dude is just standing there jerking his shit.
Yeah.
And like every angle.
If you saw
that's James Gunn directing
another
that
guy comes up to him and they start copping off with each other.
Yeah. But it was mostly heterosexual sex.
It
was mostly heterosexual, I thought.
There was some. I wasn't
paying too much attention.
Fiery, but mostly heterosexual.
And mostly unattractive people.
Gay, but mostly heterosexual.
I bet James Gunn made sure they took 10 takes in succession just to make sure he got those shots.
Yeah,
you gotta get it right.
Oh yeah, he Kubrick that shit. Everybody's 99 takes. Yeah.
And again.
And again.
And again.
Fake the moon landing?
Let's get to the people. Let's get to the people. Yeah, don't recommend Peacemaker season 2.
By the way, Alien Earth episode 3 is crap.
Yeah, totally.
Still crap. Was crap.
Oh my gosh! No,
year.
Alien Earth episode 3. I couldn't believe how stupid that.
I'm glad I didn't watch
it. I'll sum it up for you, Paul. It's Blade Runner, but a bad version.
No,
bad Blade
He's
Runner.
supposedly Solo's a xenomorph.
There's a scene. The xenomorph is barely in it. The girl robot decapitates it, and then they remember the I can't remember the actor's name, the Asian guy who made the eyeballs. So there's a scene where one of the Lost Boys is touching her eyeball, and then she walks by a guy who looks just like the dude who from Blade Runner who makes the eyeballs, and it's like we really want to be. And then they when they're outside. They're really Prodigy's a corporation in it, and they're all Prodigy is now, Prodigy is forever, and they have all the screen it just wants to be Blade Runner.
And by the way, the brother, the brother gets the xenomorph's fucking tail through his heart and survives.
Yeah.
And just should mention that Foundation is sliding into the inevitable oblivion that I expected it.
I never started it.
Surprise.
I did.
Was it good in the beginning?
No, it was never good.
Yeah, I didn't think they could adapt Foundation today.
I mean,
they could, but they won't.
I hate to sound racist. I know this is Ryan's role, but
Please
the two.
He doesn't hate to sound racist, though.
No.
The two black chicks. I didn't believe them. I wasn't interested. Wasn't invested in them. They were, super smart geniuses, and the one black girl is the inheritor of all the knowledge of what's his name, the guy who invented the encyclopedia, and the mule is the mule is a court jester in the book, and no one suspects that it's a mule. No, this guy has got some super aviator glasses, and he's outwardly evil to everyone. No, the whole point of the mule is that he's hidden from everybody. That's the whole fucking point of the mule. No one in the galaxy would expect this. It should be not Cena, but the Canadian guy. Me. It should have been me. No. Anyways, the guy with no chin. What's his name?
Guy with no chin.
No chin Canadian.
Yeah, there's lots of us.
James Gunn?
Yeah. I'll think of it later. Anyway, so
Justin Castro?
No, it's okay. I'm so bad with names these days. But again, they he's not ours. Pedro is not ours. Anyway, it's sumptuous. Like, it's gorgeous. It's got a ton of money. It is a Skydance production, but it's a lot of talk. And like the mule, it's like nothing like the book. But then again, why would I think it's going to be like the book? Even the movie I, Robot was nothing like Caves of Steel. Like, right? You know what? Those of us who cherish these works are always going to be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's my review.
There you go.
I'm going to finish off Foundation, but
apparently we all need to watch.
I didn't know where that one was going.
Yeah. Apparently we all need to watch the new Dexter series. I'm going to start that.
Oh, I watched it all this week. I watched it all.
Good.
Yeah. It's
okay.
It's enjoyable. It's
Something
very
to watch
enjoyable
tonight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some of the best Dexter for a lot of years.
Did they really fix like the fuck up from the end of Dexter?
Yes. I don't want to give anything away.
I don't want to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but
I've heard it's really good. Like Showtime, it's on Showtime, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the only things that I don't have, so I got to find another way to watch it. But
you can watch.
They simultaneously sort some stuff out from the original, and also sort out Dexter New Blood as well.
Oh, good.
I've heard it's really fucking good.
I'm gonna watch it.
And there's a new episode out now, so I've got something to watch after the show as well. Yeah,
cool.
boy.
And then you need to watch Tulsa King.
Yes, I've done that. I've bought the first season.
Good. You will not regret it. Fun show. And it starts again.
Watch Dexter Resurrection. I've been enjoying it a lot.
Dude, we got Tulsa King and Landman coming up. I'm excited.
Hey,
I'm actually excited. Then Reacher will be back soon.
From Wrigley Field.
Oh, that's right. Fucking Cubs. Go Padres.
Why are you fucking salty?
I just like giving you shit. That's all.
Last time we had a matchup, you guys came out on top. So
yes, we did.
Like of any importance.
But you fuckers won a World Series and we haven't.
Well, you goddamn. We won more than one, but we have won one in the past century. Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad you pointed out. We have more than one.
Well, you guys don't have any.
We don't know. No, it's
that's even more to rub
San
it in.
Diego has the only championship San Diego has is in indoor soccer, a sport that doesn't exist anymore. Julie V.
Sounds about right.
Julie V. Nobody's gonna know who I'm talking about from the San Diego Sockers. Tundra Cat.
What a dumb fucking name for a soccer team.
Oh, I know, dude. It's soccer. It's dumb sport.
The San Diego Sockers.
I played soccer, when I was a kid, and we at halftime we'd have little orange slices and juice boxes. Then we'd go out for pizza afterwards. Watch the game.
Chicago footballs.
Yep, I know, right?
Fucking stupid name.
Tundra Cat for $49.99. Thank you. Just hope you had a great birthday, Gary. I did. I'm alive. I woke up and lived past my birthday. A lot of people die around their birthday. It's kind of weird.
Oh,
it's kind of
weird.
Yeah. I lived, and I did kind of nothing. It was great. It's fantastic. Today is my 29th. Oh, the last year in your 20s. Enjoying it by just chilling out. There you go. Well, 30 is a great age, actually, because being in your 20s, you're just a teenager with rent. Well, maybe not nowadays, but you're just a teenager with rent. So 30s are great. Also, since Halloween is only 2 months away, almost at spooky season. Okay. Is it too soon to put out Halloween decorations in August?
No.
Yes.
Outside, yes. Inside, you can start. I agree.
I think late August is acceptable. Early August is not.
I think outside, you got to wait till September, man.
Yeah, you do.
Then you get 2 months because, like, I talked about this earlier. The spooky season stuff, it's like you can start getting stuff out and inside like at the end of August because you only get 2 months. Because as soon as Halloween's over, it's done, right? You're transitioned into Thanksgiving, stuff like that. Christmas, so you don't have an after. Like Christmas, you get to keep that shit up for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Halloween, you got to take that shit down.
Unless your wife is really into Nightmare Before Christmas. This is why it's one of the most genius movies ever made, because you can put out your Halloween stuff and just change a couple of things, and you're good for 3 months.
On the ground,
dude. Ryan, I at was it? It was at Home Depot. I got one of those fucking 6-foot werewolves that moves.
Heck yeah! Oh my god!
I get to roll that. I got it on discount after Halloween, so I get to pull it out for the first time this year. Can't wait.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
It's gonna scare the shit out of people as a motion sensor.
I hope so.
Put it out a Peacemaker orgy.
So it's 2 months away, and I want to make a suggestion that Garrett go as a plague doctor. We could call him Quarter Black Plague.
Hey, there's a new.
The plague is back. The plague is back. For one, remember the plague
case.
Well, no, the plague was in San Diego during COVID in the homeless population.
Oh,
yeah. No great loss.
I thought it was LA, but yeah, I guess.
No, it was San Diego, and they removed the homeless people and like sterilized all the streets and everything. But now it's making a comeback. Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom. I'm about to make another video on that motherfucker. I think it's time. That son of a bitch.
Fuck out of him.
Yeah, well, he's trying to run for president, and and then those two fucking dorks running as that alt social media account. All this stuff with the Palisades fire. the fire aid fucking fraud that's going on, and some of it like might have gone to his wife's charity and stuff. This guy's
wow.
I mean, not to mention that his wife can describe Harvey Weinstein's penis, not to mention that he did sleep with his campaign manager and best friend's wife during a campaign when he was mayor of San Francisco. Like, just a good dude. He's just a good dude, good, relatable dude.
Yeah.
And never forget.
Isn't Mayor Karen Bass the Black Plague?
Yes. The Black Commie Plague. You know, the one who visited Castro in Cuba?
Yeah.
That mayor? Yeah. And they still and who magically won her election at 3 a.m. with a ballot dump. Weird. Totally weird.
That before?
No, and you see that recent picture of Gavin Newsom on the podcast, and he's sitting like a girl peeing, and he's like this, you know, and that hand motion thing is new. Like, he didn't used to do that. Because he was my mayor, he was my lieutenant governor, he was my governor for a while, and he didn't used to do this shit all the time. So maybe he's on Adderall.
Maybe he's tweaking you.
Maybe it's a focus group telling him how to gesture.
He's trying to look presidential.
There you go. There you go.
Accurate.
Yeah, we should check in on Gavin Newsom. What a piece of shit. I hope he fucking runs for president. I really do.
He's probably happy.
Oh, he will.
He is going to get fucking destroyed if he does.
He will get destroyed. Like, dude, it's so funny that like the people who were concerned about Trump saying grab people by the pussy are not going to say anything about him, like at all.
Grabbing people by the ass.
Well, I mean, maybe.
By the way, didn't he also have a party during COVID?
Yeah, well,
when
the French Laundry,
no mask.
Overpriced restaurant up in Northern California, and while he was doing the mask mandate, but like Pelosi got caught too. Mayor of San Diego got caught. Mayor of LA got caught. Mayor of San Francisco got caught. They all got
the UK
caught.
politicians, Conservative Party got caught.
Yep.
Because it was a big scam, everybody.
Yep.
It was a huge fucking scam to lock you away.
We're just going to vote for Daddy Gavin Newsom because he's not an evil other Republican.
He's just good looking. People like good looking people.
Dude, I shouldn't say this
Not
out loud.
anymore.
I had my chance. He was in a salon chair at my wife. My wife was working in a salon called Elevations, and I went to go visit her at lunch, and there he was, sitting right there, getting his hair done.
Would you like a shave?
Yep. Walk up to him with a straight razor. You want a shave? No, I would never. I just want him to. I want him to live a long life and lose a lot.
Yes. Like Beto O'Rourke.
Even though he cost people their livelihoods, which led to things like loneliness, suicide, stuff like that. While he was partying it up at the French Laundry, businesses were getting decimated, millions of lives affected. But man, keep voting for this fucker.
Yeah.
You're talking like he cares. He would care. This guy, the way he fucking behaves, this guy's sociopathic. He's absolute fucking.
He's California psycho.
Yeah.
He absolutely is. Gabriel Knight for $99.99. Last night, YouTube arbitrarily took down the monetized channel of Star Wars Marvel Purist. Why?
Yeah, that is true. So I don't know exactly all the details, but I know he did, he got mass flagged, I guess, by some people that were talking about Disney Star Wars stuff. So I put a tweet out, just like linking to his asking Team YouTube. I think Team YouTube may have replied, but if you want to just go check that out, give it a retweet. It's the last thing I tweeted, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So.
Even applying its 3 strikes policy just because he criticized and joked about Disney shills, it was a line that was permitted on other channels. Intolerable, free purist. And listen, the Disney Marvel shills are not beyond mass flagging. YouTube can recognize mass flagging. We were all affected by mass flagging. What was it? A year ago. It was almost a year ago because it was right around when the Acolyte got canceled. And then there was a coordinated mass flagging campaign that I was close.
Got one for that.
I was close, but it wouldn't have been wrong.
It's not much different.
Mass
flagging campaign against Ryan, yours truly, everybody around here. YouTube recognized it immediately, by the way, and didn't give a fuck. But they were talking about it openly. And it was,
they cried. They
cried. Oh yeah. It was the rewriting Ripley shitheads.
They called for it. Yep.
They did. Yeah. They did. They called for it openly, time and time again. And YouTube said nothing. So,
like I said, I don't know like the full context surrounding which videos or what it was, anything but go check out my tweet. It's retweeting him. So you guys can just share that, be polite, be respectful, and hopefully we can get Team YouTube to take a look at that.
Team YouTube are not on Twitter are not bad people. They actually are the only thing that responds, and they do try to fix things.
They try.
Yeah.
And
the first reply will always be their generator response, be like, hey, make sure you submit an appeal. After that, you got to keep kind of poking them, and usually they will like get back to you. Because let's be honest, most people that tag it are like really dumb and like just don't understand something. So like that's kind of their automated bot response almost to a lot of different issues. But once they realize that you've done that, they will just usually, do what they can.
Just to make things clear to the channels that mass flag out there. So my partner manager, pretty gay dude. I'm in another program. It's all run by pretty gay dudes. So my videos run across. They've seen all my thumbnails. They've seen everything, and I'm like, seriously, guys, is there a problem with any of this at all? No, it's hilarious. It's fine. You're fine with us. You're in good standing. You're no problem whatsoever. Dude, so I just wanted to pass that on to you. Okay.
You need to put a public service video out with your gay cohorts and have them go, you're trying to cancel us?
Yeah.
Like, look what you're doing.
Well, I mean, we always say that about Jeremy. It's like we have the gay representation.
Jeremy makes an appearance every once in a while. Yeah. Did you see my thumbnail for my NFL cheerleader thing the other day, Gary, on Sports Force?
No.
I didn't really know what to put, so I just put a couple of the gay cheerleaders on one side, some on the other, Roger Goodell looking sad in the middle, and big red letters that just said gay. That was my thumbnail.
I think it's great that there's some partner managers and people at YouTube that are aware of the mass flagging bullcrap and don't respond to it. But it should be said, other times that it works. That's why they do it. They do go on this mass flagging thing, and they do get good channels taken down.
That is fucking great. That is great.
You'll have to zoom in. Let's see it again.
Oh wait, put it up. Put it up again.
Put it up again.
Show it.
Wait, we gotta get
Oh my god.
I love it.
I'm not gay.
No.
What are you
monetized and 100,000 views? So,
actually, after the gay guys said, no, your thumbnails are fine. I'm like, I got to work harder. There's so much more to do.
You're not gay.
Okay.
That ended things quickly.
Thank you, Paul. So Paul's not gay because he didn't swallow. That's what he said.
Correct. That's
what the fuck is that?
What has these?
Oh my god.
That's disturbing.
I never see anything this guy does because I got them on fucking mute. So. and this might be a reason why.
Why you got him muted? It's beautiful.
Dude, well, you're muting that guy.
I
have genius.
95% of them on mute.
How could you mute this
art? Look at that skill.
Art.
Noons, the lovely and talented Noons, who we're going to see in Egypt for $184.99.
Wow.
AEDs, Arab Emirate. Is it dollars? We'll say dollars.
Dollar.
Dinar?
Denari?
Martian pesos. That's what I say. AJ's episode on Sean Ryan was awesome. It was. If you haven't seen AJ Gentile from Wi-Fi, the Wi-Files on Sean Ryan's show, please watch it. It's great. Thank you for introducing me to the Wi-Files. Not long until Egypt. That's right. Go subscribe to the Wi-Files, one of the greatest channels on YouTube, and AJ is a sweetheart. We love him. And his team and his wife. They're all super cool people. They came to our meetup in Vegas. Hung out.
They did. Yeah. It was cool.
They're awesome.
Yeah. And it's great, like, chill out nighttime listening and viewing. Like, that is perfect for that. And he does this 24-hour live stream on an alternate channel. And at night, like during the day, I don't know if I've seen it during the day. At night, it gets up to like 18,000 people watching.
It's like between 2 to 5,000 during the day.
And then it shoots up at night. It's crazy.
Oh. It's like coast to coast effect, kind of.
He is.
Yeah.
It's
Just
pretty
those
much
people.
it. Like there is no. Yes, coast to coast still exists, but George
Not in the
Norrie
same
is
way.
no fucking Art Bell. So yeah, maybe somebody will fill that role someday. Night Steal for $200. Night Steal, and it's his first ever super chat. Thank you. Wow, man, busting a nut hard on that one.
Bust it out.
That's Peacemaker. It's because I saw Peacemaker. Blame that. And I wanted to send it to FNT. Not much to say, but looking forward to Egypt. Hell yeah, brother. We're only a couple months away.
Can't wait to see you there.
And I'd love to get excited, but I'm quietly terrified about being on the plane on the way out there. So I'm not even worried about the terrorism in the Middle East. I'm more worried about the flight.
Yeah, you are so much
I'm
more
more annoyed
likely to
about
get
it.
abducted or like shot up or exploded or knifed or
Bro,
something.
Nobody's going to
Worry about
abduct.
the
Okay,
fucking
they might
plane.
knife me or mug me, but they're not going to abduct me. They'll send me back. Maybe they will. You never know. Oh,
Sure,
God.
Jan.
Dan Vask for 100 Brazilian pesos.
£2.
£2. What up, Paul? My Redeemer.
The only good thing that has ever happened, basically, when Dan tries to help somebody out on Twitter.
I know.
Yeah. He helped me. That's all I can say. Your house Jew.
You know, you can help Az a little bit too.
Dan, we love you. Where's the fucking song?
now free.
Where's the song, Dan? Where's the song?
Is he really Jewish?
Who, Dan?
Dan? Yes, of course he is.
No.
No, he's not.
Oh,
American
phew.
Christian New Jews.
Whew, that was
That's
close.
my God.
I am, but
He's the house Jew.
I'm your
He's
house
the house
girl.
Jew. I won't say what Dan is.
Gay.
Field Jew?
The house homo.
He's the household.
Oh my
Oh my God. Griff Nizzle for 50. Thank you. Let's not forget that RDM. What's RDM?
Red Letter Media.
No.
It's supposed to be Red Letter Media or something, or RDM.
No, it's Patient Zero for DEI. Oh, Ronald D. Moore. Ronald D. Moore. Race and gender swapping. Half of Battlestar Galactica characters for all mankind was I like Battlestar Galactica, and I was there. I was
Still did it though.
I was one of those people who, dude. Edward James almost came out at Comic-Con and said, if you like the old Battlestar Galactica, you're going to hate this. Like everything you shouldn't do before a show. And I'm like, fuck this show. And I had a friend finally like, dude, I burned it on disc for you, an old disc to watch. You got to watch it. It's actually really good. Because I was refusing to watch it and I actually liked it. But you could say, yes, that's where it started, but at least the story was fucking good.
Yeah, but Soul Ty was a black man in the original series, and they changed it to an Irish white guy. Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah.
Boomer was a black man in the original series. Boomer was an Asian woman in the second series. So
It's almost
everybody
like
got the treatment.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because it was at the beginning, they could only push it so far and not go overboard, which is why, like, looking back now, it's kind of tame compared to where they've pushed things with the DEI stuff now.
I love BSG. You know,
But,
if you, as Paul said, if you make it great, if you make it great, that their whole thing was to make something different back then. Plus, this is almost 20 fucking years ago.
Right.
But you're not wrong, Griff Nizzle. With there are Patient Zeros out there like Mad Max Fury Road. A movie I walked out of going, that was pretty good, but that is fucking Patient Zero for bait and switch girl boss shit. 100%. And you know what? Logan, people see that as a great movie, but that's about passing the torch to the female hero, X-23, who was fine on her own, but now she's Wolverine. You know, in the comics, she's referred to as Wolverine. So you could say both of those things. JJ
But with every new picture of Daphne Keene that comes out, I'm
fine
totally
with it.
down with her coming back. Yeah.
But no, with Star Trek 2009, when it came out, it was an alternate universe. I think people were like, Star Trek fans, you know, might have been upset but it was like, well, at least it's a different universe. Like, whatever, it doesn't matter. And people like mostly enjoyed the film. Little did we know at that time what it was going to set up. So, I mean, listen, Joss Whedon. I'm a big fan of Joss Whedon, but he created an era that's total shit. It wasn't his fault. It was a bunch of people trying to imitate him. Yeah. So, you know, that's the reality. For All Mankind was almost notable in taking historical male heroes and making them subservient to women. Plus, commies are actually the good guys. I've never seen the show because I heard there was just going to be women in space instead of men. So I don't know if it's more than that. I know R&B loves the show, and I know a lot of people love the show. But
which show?
For All Mankind. It's alternate history. USSR got to the moon first.
Yeah,
basically.
And then China got to the moon first.
Yep.
The question is, who got to the moon first?
Yeah, she was. She died.
Yeah, but she got like stabbed.
She got stabbed by Queermere.
That's. She was actually okay in that horrible piece of.
I think she's a decent actress who probably should stay the hell away from Marvel and Disney.
There just wasn't like much to her character at all.
No.
And then like that halfway through, there's like
she started
some
crush
like
on
hint of an idea of a romantic relationship between her and this fucking like bitch that she's known for 2 seconds. It's so weird. She is a nothing character basically. Jackie, right?
Jackie,
yeah, that's right.
Jackie and Yord.
William Jones for 50. Excuse me. Please tell me Gary is doing an audio portion of his book. I am doing an audio book, and the recording starts Monday.
Ooh.
Monday.
Ooh.
I have to use some Adobe program that I've never used before, but I'll figure it out.
Audition?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yep. I mean,
Didn't we just get rid of it?
Did we just get rid of it?
We just got rid of it too.
Then
we're like, we never use this, man.
Then I'll just use Audacity. Fuck it. I'll just use
Audacity's perfectly.
Yeah, you're supposed to use either Audacity or Audition.
Logic.
Maybe
free one.
Yeah, Logic would be good too.
But you, oh shit! I hope X-Ray Girl, you took notes, right? I completely forgot. We had we spoke to a person.
Yes.
We spoke to a person who does audiobooks, and he gave me all the specs, and I didn't write any of them down. I hope you did.
I wrote it down.
Okay. All right.
All the settings that you need to have it sound good.
I might have a hookup for you for Audition if you do want to use it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Starts Monday, and I guess I'm going to do like a couple chapters a day. So 10 years.
All right.
Before Winds of Winter. That's
Before Winds of Winter.
Yes.
Before Gary's time is consumed by reading another book. With me.
Yes. That's a good time to plug what we have coming up in November. In November, we're going to do our first one. The most unlikely duo to talk about Harry Potter.
That's right.
Me and Ryan are going to do a Harry Potter stream.
We're going to do, we don't know exactly how often or what. We still got to work those things out. But like kind of the premise is we're going to read through all the Harry Potter books chapter by chapter, doing deep dives, digging into stuff like that. Maybe put out one chapter a week. So that means start November, be through Sorcerer's Stone in a couple months, Chamber of Secrets a couple months after that. And yeah, there's 198 chapters in the entire Harry Potter
I might
saga.
live long enough to do that. We'll see.
Gary is committing to 4 years of this stream with me right now.
Wow.
Let's
sure
go.
Be fine. Sure be fine.
I think I'm more likely to die before the end of it than you are, Gary.
Well, probably because somebody will kill you.
I didn't say cause.
Yeah. Also, early November, we get the audio version, the full cast audio version, which might be better than the show because, I mean.
Oh, so excited for
it. So that'll be on Audible. We will be covering that extensively. Forest Beyond the Trees for 50. His red flag on Star Trek news for All Mankind was definitely made for modern audiences. The astronauts were DEI and they lacked the excellence and critical thinking capable seen betrayed by astronauts in other media. See Apollo 13, First Man, both great movies.
I haven't watched. I'm not familiar with the story, but if if the alternate history is Russia makes it there before we do, then China makes it there before we do, maybe it does make sense. we had DEI astronauts that couldn't figure that shit out.
China can't get people to the moon now.
Neither can America.
Neither can anyone, it seems.
Well,
nobody can.
Because the aliens the aliens don't want us going there, guys. Duh. That's the reason we haven't gone back. They found structures. There's a base.
I thought it was all
cheese. You guys think I'm joking? Tell me why we haven't gone back then.
Is there cheese on
the Oh, we went, Chrissy. Don't even go down that flat earther bullshit fucking theory.
I view it as like I view it as the same reason that I haven't taken my clothes out of the dryer that they've been sitting there for 3 days in. It's not worth the fucking
Chrissy, an amateur can go out with a big enough telescope, right? And they've seen the fucking little truck and the flag, and they've taken pictures of it. So is that all fake?
Yeah, projection.
I think don't the pilots know that the Earth is flat?
I was gonna make
flat Earth.
It's not fake. So what I do believe is some of the footage and some of the pictures are fake, but we definitely went there.
I can believe that.
Yeah,
I can believe it.
Yep.
Why don't we have influencers on the moon? Why don't we have influencers in space?
I think we should send anybody who calls himself anybody who calls himself an influencer should be sent to the moon. Period. Without a fucking suit.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Have Destiny box iDubbbz on the fucking moon. Okay.
with
Hassan Piker can masturbate to it or whatever the fuck he does.
Wow.
And his
loser gets left behind.
Yeah, the winner gets to stay there, and the loser gets left behind there.
I'm good with those. Your terms are acceptable.
Yeah.
Not Destiny.
Every planet in the whole fucking known universe round. Fucking dickheads on Earth.
Destiny getting roasted by his 14-year-old son on Twitter just makes me happy.
Wow.
They have a great relationship.
Clearly they do.
Clearly he's going to be better off without his dad. Usually I'm like, hey, you got to have a father around, except if it's Destiny. You're better off without him.
His son's been doing that for ages, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not new.
No.
His son is 14?
I can't believe he has a kid. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the dicks he sucked. Yeah, I'm surprised.
He's been with women. Wow.
I think the frightening thing is if there was actually money in the flat earther business, then it would be as big as protecting lady dicks.
Yeah, you're probably right. Paul, there are people who are passionate about it. We're going to get shit in the chat right now. I'll get a couple emails. We bring it up on Forbidden Frontier, and people just, you don't know, man. You don't know. Now,
Dude,
I buy the theory that we're in a simulation. Simulation.
We're in a simulation.
I think we're in a simulation.
I think we're in a simulation.
I don't believe in a simulation. It hasn't fucking worked out so far. We've had centuries it hasn't worked.
The simulation theory is far more believable than the Earth being flat because I've been in a plane.
I just think people are getting stupider.
Look, you're just a bunch of round earthers.
Stupider. We're just a bunch of rounders.
Round earthers.
All I know is I could live the rest of my life watching police body cam videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
As long as I've got my true crime brutality, I'll be fine.
And because they're fisheye lens and they're kind of curved, that proves that the Earth is round. Okay.
Does anybody fall off the edge of a video?
Yeah. Not Another Dime is gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. Thank you. Hey, maybe our next watch party will be Peacemaker, everybody. They can't possibly put in another orgy. I mean, I can't imagine it getting any worse. So
just more John Cena in his underwear.
Just it can always get worse, Gary.
I'm predicting the second episode will be better.
God. Do you
He
think
killed himself way too easily?
Will
Like,
John
his other
Cena
self went out like a?
will John Cena be in his tidy whities in the second episode?
Actually, what I've been
Grace
finding.
Randolph love it.
She will.
What was that?
She loves him.
Grace. Oh,
Grace Randolph loves this undies.
When I did the review of Peacemaker this season 2 episode 1, I was actually quite surprised at the overall anger at the Chinese Taiwan incident with Cena and people just not wanting to. The hate towards Cena is up there with Pedro Pascal. I mean, I didn't expect that. But man, oh man, there's a huge.
As a wrestling fan, I've hated him for well over a decade. So,
but being a wrestler,
I never saw him. I don't think he
sucks as a wrestler.
I don't think he's as tiresome as Pedro Pascal for a lot of people. But that was like an embarrassing moment. The Chinese thing was an embarrassing moment, like in general. But I don't think it's to the level of people are sick of him as Pedro. But I think Pedro's a better actor than John Cena.
Yeah, true. But I'd like to see him in the ring together.
Oh, that'd be
Taiwan a country?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And his name is John Cena.
Does anyone think that Peacemaker killed himself too easily at the end of that episode?
It was too easily. He just got poked on a ceiling spike.
It was supposed to be shocking.
It was
it was super predictable. I was waiting for him to kill him. I knew that's what was going to happen.
Of course, it was going to.
Yeah, they like there was no mystery to that. It's
no,
like, oh, he's going to kill him.
He's going to take his place.
Yeah, he's going to take his place.
Freaky Friday, kind of. The delusion of this is half shaved bridge kitten, 4 parts for $80. Hey, you made an appearance in Alien. The delusion of Disney is surprisingly similar to the rising problem in Europe. The mentality can be summarized as, I can do no wrong. You are pure evil. So they openly commit a jihad. I mean, peacefully assault you into silence. Well, that's been the problem with the progressive left, mostly, is because they roll out of the rack every morning thinking they have everything figured out. The science is settled. They are right. You are wrong. And you are not worth arguing with anymore because you are just bad. And I'm good. Even though I trans all my kids and, want to cut off my own penis. You can't fight. That's a very dangerous mentality.
I'm married, so for all intents and purposes, I already have.
Hey. You can get it back.
But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Extremist ideologies are specifically designed to cause division and hate, so they must preach their rights to act in a brutal manner, condemning any who defend themselves as evil. Their true face always appears when given power. This is true.
Yes.
As they attempt to destroy beloved IPs, the true power of fans shines through promoting the original work. While the new Scorn fic turns to ash, the original work gets another boost. Gatekeeping IP is good, like a border. It is, and all you can do it by you want new people to come in. That's fine. If they come in as curious, if they're like, hey, this is really fun, tell me a good story to read or something like that. That's great. I fucking love it. And nerds are always willing to share their stories and what they think is good. And I didn't have to sell shit in the comic store half the time. Half the time the customers did it for me. They're like, check this out, check this out. It was a really open and fun place. It's when the activists came in and say, you shouldn't read this. You shouldn't make this. We're going to take it over because you're wrong and we're right because we took a women's studies class and went, for half a semester and then, flamed out of college and have 9 roommates and 17 cats, and they're miserable. And that's what the activists do. That's why it's happened specifically to the big IPs. Because that stuff doesn't sell individually. They are like a fucking parasite and they have to latch onto our stories and destroy them. And they either get their story, which never happens, or it gets destroyed. The activist is fine either way. They don't really care. They don't really care. Never have.
They just move on to their next host.
Yep. And that's what Disney's going to do. They're going to move on to the next host. It should be no surprise anymore that they drown themselves in their insanity. There is no hope for people who swim through fuel to light their celebratory fireworks while blaming you or not carrying them onto the center. Well said. Well said. Snarky. And there's a poop emoji. So is it snarky poop? I mean, that's fine. As gifted,
snarky shit.
Snarky shit for as gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. Thank you. Poop. Poop. You're a poop face. Poop.
Poop out of your mouth.
Poop out of your mouth.
I hate you, Ron Burgundy. I hate you.
Dane Miller for 50. Did you guys see the guy who went to the movies and got his ass kicked by some teens for asking them to stop being loud and rude during the movie? Yeah, Ryan got tagged like 1,000 times on that one.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he did.
Were they teens or were they teens?
Oh, teens.
They were young astronauts.
They were young philosophers and physicists. Yes, and dreamers. They were young black people. Have you experienced this? Last 2 movies I saw in theaters had a group of teens or kids just like this. I haven't. Not in my neighborhood.
Yeah, Amanda Waller's daughter reminded me a lot of the experience I had watching Nobody 2.
You know, I was watching Scary Movie, Ryan, with my kid a couple of days ago, and I thought of you.
The clip you did the other day.
Oh my God!
I totally forgot about that. I'd probably need to rewatch those since they're coming out with another one.
Dude, you need to, because what's funny is she gets like fucking stabbed in the movie theater by the crowd at the end.
They're all like,
there's like a pope and a nun stabbing her and stuff. It's so fucking funny. Oh God, Alien, and you do, Scary Movie. We're gonna watch Scary Movie 3 next.
That's the one where they do signs, right?
Yeah. That's Zucker.
It goes to the
one.
Zuckers, yeah.
The bitch's fucking hat that keeps getting bigger every scene.
Yep.
And Charlie Sheen,
the hot dog.
Yeah. He's sober now.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Charlie's sober now.
Gotta be when you get HIV. You know?
Good
for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't lower that immune system.
Good for him. Yeah. Well,
I gotta bounce, Gary. It's I gotta go.
Speaking of AIDS,
I was wondering, you just got so red.
Yeah.
I just turned the lighting off. That's all.
looks like he's got to take a shit.
Lighting's getting real low.
Man, that with a response like that was true. He was just like, "How did he know that?"
I can see. Look, if I turn the fucking light back on, you weirdo freaks. Yeah, look. No way.
Because sometimes
Usually
you can
what
turn
you
yourself
do.
red. That's why I was.
There you go. You just turn it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Looks a little red.
I'm fucking out.
Bye.
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 Fuckity bye.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. In the ass.
In the
I see
What a
you
gay.
did there.
What a gay. Yeah, go subscribe to Az.
Or watch Peacemaker.
Or watch Peacemaker. Alien, is it
Aliana Blue.
Aliana Blue for
Or
50.
Aliana?
Aliana. That sounds better. Aliana Blue. 50 New Zealand pesos. Little Hobbiton cash right there. Hobbiton shekels. Gunn saw the boys' hero-gasm and decided he wanted that. Yep. That's what he wants, is the boys. $20 says Supergirl makes just $241 million at the global box office. You should start a pool. Gary, love you all. Hail the fellowship. Hail to you. Supergirl's budget is between $180 and $200 million.
yeah,
That's what's being reported.
Mistake.
that screams like a 350, 400,
350,
or something.
400.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
That's like
Superman will
something.
be in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
If it's decent, 400 million. If it's bad, that's when I could see it going 200.
Yeah, it has to be decent to be 400 million.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
it could
think
go
they're gonna do the girl? They won't be able to resist the girl boss thing and have her show up Superman in some way, be stronger than him.
Yeah,
in some
it'll
way?
be the first scene.
Probably.
And that's not like Supergirl should be a March movie. It's in June. It's in like a month before Spider-Man.
It's surprising it's not a March movie because that's International Women's Month.
Women's
right?
Day.
Isn't that
They
the whole
should
thing?
really. Yeah, that's when they
Yeah.
released Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one made $1 billion.
That made $1 billion.
And the second one didn't.
No, Supergirl will be a distant memory by the time Spider-Man comes out a month later and makes Spider-Man will probably make $1 billion unless the rumor is true that fucking Yelena is in it. It's like, God damn it.
You know, if Supergirl does better than Superman, I reckon they'll make her the leader of the Justice League. They'll just double down on that and go all the way.
Hard to see that because they're reactionary.
If Supergirl does better than Superman, that's not good for DCU.
Screwed.
That's absolutely, it's not good.
The future is female.
TWF for 50 Australian. Go on.
Hold on. If Supergirl does better than that, like
over 600 million.
That will be like that. Is that still mean that Superman wasn't like a disappointing opening? No. But if Supergirl cracks like $700 million or something, that's going to be viewed as, and it probably would be, as momentum building, and then people are getting invested in the universe. Like, there's no universe in where it makes 700, 800 million, and we're like, well, that's bad news for DC. Like, at least I wouldn't.
No, I'd say it's bad news for Superman.
I would say it's bad news for the DCU. Momentum in what? Fucking Supergirl? For one, that's not going to happen. We're talking about something that's
I don't think so.
Flat out not going to happen. But I think for the long run, no, it wouldn't be good. It would, yeah, I don't think so. Hey, like you said earlier, Force Awakens made over $2 billion, and that emboldened them to do what they did. That turned out not to be good. Early success based on hype and stuff can hide a lot of flaws. It ain't making $700 million though. No. I think what would you consider to hit? 500 million? If it hit 500 million, would you consider that?
Depends what its budget is.
Yeah, if it's 200 million, it would need to make about 600.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's the thing. If it makes $200 million for me to be considered a hit, it would have to make about the same as Superman.
Let me rephrase the question. Would it surprise you if it made $500 million?
Yes. At this point, yes.
Yeah, a little bit. I get 350 to 400 is probably where I initially think about it.
Yeah. Once there's trailers, that changes things a bit. But as of right now, it would surprise for sure.
I mean, especially if they use Superman to sell the trailer, who fucking knows what it could be. But I don't think it's going to be a Superman Supergirl team up. I think it's going to be primarily Supergirl
or Robert Downey Jr. again.
Maybe Chrissy. Maybe.
How well do you think Black Adam 2 is going to do?
Well, it won't lose money.
If it makes $1, that would be
Adam.
The worst part, we missed out on Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate.
God,
yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
best part.
He was really good.
He's
Old Man Bond. We need it.
Yep.
I would
Old
watch
Man
it.
Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch that shit.
I'm there.
Dr. Fate's a cool character. He's underutilized. They could do some really cool things with him.
He's almost fucking too cool. You know what I mean? He can do anything, basically. He's so fucking powerful. It's almost like one of those characters that it's they randomly will show up in the middle of a fucking story to do this weird thing. But if you I feel like it'd be tough to make a Dr. Fate movie, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But he died in Black Adam.
Who cares? It's Dr. Fate.
You're right. You know who I wanted to see in a movie was Domino. I thought she was so much fun in that Deadpool movie. I thought that's a pretty nifty character.
If she keeps her fucking armpits shaved.
But it makes sense. Domino.
You have very interesting criteria.
She's got good assets, but I agree with Ryan. You got to keep those armpits shaved.
Those pit shaved, yeah.
Yep.
That's disgusting. I saw a woman at the gym today. She's doing something. She's doing some shoulder press, and
That's the worst because you don't expect to see it.
It's not hard.
Did you do that in the gym?
Almost.
I hope so.
That's great. I'm not so certain. This whole manscaping thing has me weirded out.
That's a little.
Why?
It just does.
I'm not. What's the details?
I'm not going to a barber shop and get a straight razor down there.
You gotta keep it trimmed yourself.
I was talking
something that you want to put in someone else's mouth. It should be shaved.
Yeah, you got to keep it trimmed yourself.
golden
But that's a you do it thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't letting my barber fuck. Well, I would let my barber down there, but not in general.
We were talking about that at dinner last night. The cyclists who shave their legs to put on their spandex, and they're not racing, they're not Olympian, they're just fucking guys who go out by them fucking selves just to get more speed.
Then they put the butt butter on.
It increases their speed. It's like against who, dude? You're
against themselves. They have to beat their own record, Gary.
Our next door neighbor was
if you're competitive, like a swimmer or something. That's like a competitive swimmer. Even if you're a high school competitive swimmer, you're trying to get there to get to state. Like it's not gay. It's okay.
We'd get buzz cuts every year.
Our neighbor was a super like a racing bike fan and would go around, and every time he went out he would do like 100 miles. That would be his outing. And one day he got these white spandex biking shorts, and then of course he applied the butt butter, and then everyone is looking at him going off into the distance, and you just his entire rearward experience was quite exposed.
What, he shit?
No, he didn't. It's just you could see see the crack. You could.
I see.
Left nothing to mystery.
The whole moon.
Full moon.
TWF for $50 Australian. As I mean, Shad, what's the difference? You both have fucking accents.
I can sort of do the
Australians are basically redneck British people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So more respectable, in my opinion.
My brother's in Australia. They've abandoned the letter A. You can't say it. Australia.
At least Australians show up to the show. Has anybody checked on Disparu? Is he alive?
He has not messaged me back.
Womp womp.
If he just shows up at the end,
busy manscaping. He's busy manscaping. Is why he didn't show up.
TWF for $50 Australian says, since we have a lot of Star Trek fans here who love ship porn. Oh, I love my ship porn.
Oh, yes.
I recommend watching Laser Pig's video, The USS Defiant Sucks. Very entertaining. On that note, what sci-fi vessel?
Video. It's a good video, actually. And look, for the technical reasons he gives, it does suck, but some of them don't play out in universe. In universe, because it goes with the internal layout of the ship based on schematics. Anyway, it's a good video. I didn't.
Okay, what sci-fi vessel would you command? Me, Superstar Destroyer, Executor, or Slave 2? Battleship Yamato.
Oh, the Executor would be fucking awesome, dude. Come on.
The SDF-1.
I wouldn't last long because I'd make one mistake and Vader would fucking kill me and replace me. But the couple days I was there, 100%.
The Outrider. Dash Rendar's ship.
I thought he gave options.
No, those were his options. Those were what he would do.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I need to think too much. I can't pick one.
There's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
Battleship Yamato, the fucking Star Blazers. It's fucking amazing.
I don't want to
do the
command
Galactic Alliance, Star Destroyer, the Anakin Solo.
Whichever one proves the Earth is flat.
I already command the Enterprise D.
By the way, Chrissy Mayer, that would be the Heart of Gold. Heart of Gold.
Oh.
That's one possibility with the infinite improbability drive.
I think someone should post Tatooine is flat.
There you go. Maybe it is. Maybe that's why it's an entire desert planet, but it still has some kind of an atmosphere and people can breathe.
Here's a deep cut. The Titan AE. Did anyone watch that?
Oh, yeah. That's good.
All right.
Yeah. I'm down. Ryan Kinnell's Bodacious Nutters for $10 says, hey, Ryan, it's getting a bit bushy down here. If this keeps up, the bush will cover up the twig and Brie Larson won't be impressed. Hashtag shave the bush. We were just on that conversation.
I know.
It's so random.
Yeah, I don't know if that was said before. We're all taken care of. We're all right over here.
Yeah, he's
I don't know where you're getting your information from.
But was that sent before?
This was sent pretty much at the beginning of the stream.
Wow.
Weird.
You know it so well.
I shaved during the stream, so we're good.
Use clippers or a straight razor?
Fucking a buzzer. You fucking kidding me?
Yeah, what
straight razor?
Straight razor, you might cut something.
Classic.
Oh my god.
He likes
That's how I sharpen the straight razor.
Use it on the hair.
even when you're not fucking nicks on the ball sack happen every once in a while. It's so annoying, bro.
Yeah, and then it just itches for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I heal
Just
fast.
leave it be. Just leave it be.
Play the high note for $20 Australian dollars says it's nice to watch him on a live stream. It's nice to watch him a live stream with Paul Chato without Tom Connors shouting over him on how Superman James Gunn is a huge success. May you find somebody who loves you as much as Tom loves Superman. Okay.
We've been fighting the last couple weeks on the Salty Saturday stream.
Getting a word in edgewise on Tom is sometimes. I just shut up.
You can love what you love. It's fine.
I'll just yell back at Tom.
There's nothing wrong with liking it.
Yeah, you can like it.
There isn't.
No,
It's not
there's liking it, and then there's really liking it.
Call them gun nuts.
Yep.
There's also like liking it as some sort of sense of justice or payback or something against like these mythical people that have like apparently hurt you. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those mythical people don't care. Question to Shad: what medieval melee ranged weapons could is it winged or winged? Winged.
I think it's winged.
Winged creatures use in
Midair.
Midair. Is that one word? I think. Okay. Midair duels versus other winged. Okay, it's winged. Winged foes, also
As soon as
known.
you say creature, it's like
the
creature.
context was all in this sentence, like very clearly.
Second word.
I gotta get there first. I can't understand the context until I'm finished. Winged foe. Okay, I'll start over again.
The winds of freedom.
Question for Shad: what medieval melee ranged weapons could winged creatures use in midair duels versus other winged foes? Also, would they use armor?
Okay, so it's a bit more of a complex question than you might realize, because a lot of the medieval ranged weapon requires a lot of body movement, which would get in the way of the wing, lift, and because the wings need to keep flying to keep you elevated. So you wouldn't be able to use a bow because that requires you angling yourself at all angles to prevent the flying. So yes, the best answer would actually be the crossbow, which doesn't require a lot of hand movement. You would have to avoid armor because that would usually be too heavy, and like winged creatures technically would need hollow bones or something like that to be light enough to be able to achieve lift. But there you go.
What about melee?
As in weapons?
Yeah, like
you run into similar issues with excessive hand movements would get in the way of the wings moving, and so you would want actually pretty basic movements. So actually, like a spear would be all right.
I was thinking lances or spears.
That's what I was thinking too.
Mm-hmm.
You have to stay pretty light though if you're going to be in the air.
Yeah.
Maybe a dagger. Get up close.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Land on their back.
Bladed shoes that have hooked blades that you can kind of sweep in and kick down and slash at people.
Like a bird.
There's a reason why birds have talons on their feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Professor Tyrone Snape for $4.99, proper British money.
Tyrone Snape.
Tyrone Snape, who will be gracing a lot of thumbnails in the future. I'm just gonna say it right now.
I can't wait till we get the character reveal.
Dude, when we get the character picture, I can't fucking wait. I want to see. Does he have a fro? Does he got straight hair?
What are they doing with the hair?
They're gonna look greasy.
We're starting to. Well, they're starting to shoot, so we should be seeing it soon.
Well, that's gonna be it. Like, there's gonna be no sequence that you see of Severus Snape outside anywhere. So, like, that's all gonna be. I don't think those are gonna be things that we end up seeing.
It's gonna be on sets.
Like, unless somehow for Quidditch we get to see it when he's refereeing the game, but I don't think that's going to be within the view.
It'll be a promo picture in about a year or so. So
everybody else looks so good for the most part. Like the Weasleys.
I know the Weasleys look.
Yeah,
they look great.
They look great. Guys, I think I'm going to read Annihilation and Annihilation Conquest. 1, how good is it in your opinions? I think it's great. It's the best Marvel crossover of the last 20 years. Can I read it with average comic knowledge? Absolutely. Absolutely. Read it now. It's fucking great. It's better. I like Civil War. Love you, Mark Miller. Annihilation's better. Woogie Boo Beautiful 138 for 10 Canadian pesos says, hi, Gary. Happy belated 1 year closer to death. Thank you. Shorter of breath, 1 day closer to death. Yesterday was my 52nd birthday. Happy birthday. So not far behind. As an old man, I'll vouch for Demon Slayer. I watched it with my nephew, but K-pop Demon Hunters is gay. So I'm gonna watch that. That's my compromise.
Demon Slayer is fantastic.
I'm gonna watch Demon Slayer. I am not going to watch K-pop Demon Slayer.
You're not going to go to the
Hunter.
K-pop Demon
Demon
Slayer
Slayer
sing along in theaters
I
now?
am. I'm so excited.
K-pop Demon Slayer is great. Love it.
Exactly.
No, Demon Slayer is a good pick. Just as an anime,
Yeah, my only problem with Demon Slayer is there's way too much crying in it.
He does cry a bit too.
there's
Like,
a
when
lot
he
of
ends
crying.
up and then he,
It's like that in the manga
gets the job
too.
done.
It's a lot of bitch ass crying.
Alex Belfour for $9.99 says, I have 2 white boys, 4 and 7 years old. I have 2 white
Why
boys.
are you laughing?
I have 2 because he's like, he had to specify his kids or a couple of white boys.
Got 2 white boys.
I got 2 white boys at home. Mixer, I got 2 white boys. I'm
Damn
doing my
shame.
part.
He specifies
wait.
why.
Hail Alex.
I'm gonna read the rest of it.
To find a Disney show or movie that doesn't actively hate them, I have to go back to 1997 and watch Hercules. Hercules.
Yes.
Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
My hat's on, my hair's on fire.
I got 2
Yeah,
white boys.
That was
Good
that
sound.
was
We
great.
are worms.
I'm waiting for the 2nd season of Solo Leveling. That's the one I'm.
Oh yeah,
I
I
heard
can't
good
wait.
things.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
Love
that is
Love
so
it.
good.
Disparu
Solo leveling
loved
great.
solo leveling. What do you think, Disparu?
Great
He
insight.
might be dead.
Look, I was
I worry about
I
him,
was
man.
enjoying
Feels
it.
like
at
in
the
general, he might be an unhealthy individual. Like it wouldn't be shocking if he had a bunch of random shit wrong with him. He might
I'd
be
feel
dead.
real. I'd feel really.
It may
bad
have given him a heart
if something
attack.
bad
That
He was
happened.
alive this morning.
Would you feel bad if so? I wouldn't. I just laugh.
Yeah, I'm glad, Chad. Thank you for making us all know I'm such a good person. You know, if our friend died,
What's
I'd feel
wrong with
bad.
saying that? Of course. Like,
In Friday Night's fashion, we would roast him for still not being here. Okay. There you go.
Paul, what are you doing?
He's really late.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I love it. It's like a vampire.
He's getting loopy.
Dinosaur. He's a
Dinosaur.
This show is going on too long. I'm losing my mind.
We're going to do a couple more and then we're out of here. Don't be hasty for $10 as Disney will attempt to woo back the male audience by purchasing a male-centric property that hasn't been ruined yet. And then they'll proceed to ruin it because they've never invested in good talent. True.
Yes. Absolutely correct.
Alex Belfour says, my wife, I got an Andrew 4 at Captain America costume. The costume, Captain African America. Me, that's not Captain America. Her. What's the big deal? Me, Steve Rogers is Captain America. You're right. You know what? I have a Captain African American costume. I wore it last Halloween. Yeah. What are we gonna dress for this Halloween? What? Ooh. I mean, we kind of run through all the black characters because there's not many. Maybe Ryan should be like Luke Cage.
Not many, man.
Ryan should be Luke Cage.
There you go. Could be Blade.
Sweet Christmas.
He could be Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I could be Blade. Yeah. I still have my Black Panther suit. Might as well run that back.
You should do Ironheart, Ryan.
The Acolyte.
Get the cornrows.
Is there an Ironheart costume out there? Like it's probably just a dumb like cloth one, but is there? Because that would be hilarious. You got the helmet.
Oh wow!
Misa Solon has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Thank you very much. And Matt Scott has gifted 5 for $25. We thank you. Josh Kelsey has dropped $19.99 because that's what he does. Holy shit! Oh, yes!
Hang on. Are they cornrows? Is that part of the outfit or is that?
That's the one from Wakanda Forever.
It looks like a part of a Predator costume.
Dude, I still have my afro, so I could get that. And
that's a Predator costume.
I don't think I'm gonna fit in that.
You only have to
the
do
girls
blackface
large.
on
Talking
your
about
neck.
the costume, just for the record.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Holy crap!
you better get out of here.
Holy.
Stephen
Sounded
Patton
weird.
for $19.99. As much as I love Disney movies and parks as a kid, I'd be more likely to pitch an adaptation for my fantasy novels to Universal in the distant hope my characters would be in the same park as Super Mario. Yeah, I went to Disneyland once a year my entire life because I live close to it. Always took my kids there. I haven't been back since 2019. I have no desire to ever set foot in that park. I've never been to Disney World. I don't care. Universal Orlando is fucking amazing. Like, go there. That place is truly brilliant. Truly, man. Halloween Horror Nights is something
awesome.
else, man. That was brilliant to witness, and it is.
I'd like to go. As a Canadian, Disney World was a regular pilgrimage.
Yeah, and now I think Universal has more stuff I'd be interested in to go to. I just don't care about anything Disney, even if they're bland, they're shit. Universal does stuff that's fun. It's got things I'm interested in. And again, Halloween Horror Nights, they do it in California and it's decent, but man, the one in Florida is like next level. It's crazy.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
They used to have the Hollywood Horror Makeup Show. Do they still have that? Because that was always fun.
I don't know. I
don't pay too close attention to makeup shows.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
They would always throw jabs
like
at Disney.
special
it was always
effects
great.
things and stuff.
They would go after the audience. Like, we don't have to be nice at you like a Disney.
At Epic Universe, they have like an entire little shop that is just dedicated to people getting in there and having like their face painted and makeup as monsters. You know what I mean? In Dark Universe.
That's awesome.
So they do have that stuff.
Cool. All right, last one. I'm an old fart, late 40s, and thanks to yours, Mahler's, and Az's recommendation, started to watch Buffy and Angel for the first time. Oh my fucking God, it's so good. Cheers, lads. By the way, my wife is also hooked. Fuck yeah. Yes, Sebastian, it's good. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And then happy belated birthday from another Gary. All right, I'm turning the big 60 on Sunday. You're fucking old. I've greatly enjoyed watching you lunatics on FNT. Also, for the longest time, I thought Disparu was German. He does kind of look German. He's got kind of a Hitler haircut, doesn't he?
A little sneaky.
Thank you, Danton Black. Matthew 5-9 for 50. Watched G.I. Jane the other day. I remember liking the movie when it first came out, but now after living through the era of wokeness and girl bosses, I didn't enjoy the movie at all. Does anyone else feel that way about old movies because of wokeness? Yes. Yes, it does affect how I see old stuff now. You're like, oh, there's the seeds that were planted. All right, we'll get the rest on Monday on Nerdrotic Live and Rumble, which we're also on right now, at 11 a.m. Central. We thank you, everyone who left a Super Chat donation. Let's go around the horn real quick so Paul can put his fangs back in. And Paul, thank you for being here this whole time. There he is.
So happy to be here.
We're happy you're back on Twitter, too, or X-Twitter, what the fuck it's called. I'm porn bot.
Don't care.
Porn botter. X-Ray Girl, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow, Saucy Saturdays with maybe Disparu if he's alive. And Wicked Virtue.
Here, I know somebody who's got it. It's too late to call him now. It would just suck to call, hey, drinker, could you get a hold of Disparu for me? That's kind of gay.
And if he's sleeping, I don't want to just wake him up.
It's 6 hours different.
If he's sleeping, you don't want to wake him up for the stream he was supposed to be on?
Well, I mean, now.
No, actually, I more want to wake him. I actually more want to wake him up now that he's missed it.
Yeah.
Make him feel bad.
Imagine if the last thing Disparu watched before he died was Peacemaker.
Maybe it's the orgy that did him in.
That gave him the heart attack.
He would have died doing what he loved, watching bad shows.
Yes, this is true. Die how you live. Comics.
Well, tonight, 9 p.m. Central, I'm going to be playing Dustborn again. Loads of fun that game is.
Great.
So if you want to watch me get tortured by this stupid video game, come hang out, 9 p.m. Central on my channel.
Cool.
See you guys next week.
Thanks, Comics. Odin.
Salty Saturday stream tomorrow on the Salty Nerd Podcast YouTube channel, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Box Office Breakdown going live around 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday on my channel, OMB Reviews, and also on geeksandgamers.com.
I saw you getting outnumbered on that show last week.
Oh, man.
Talking about the Superman box office.
Gosh.
It was hilarious.
So
it was
hard.
salty.
Every time I try to say something, I was like, can I talk? Can I talk now?
You don't understand, Odin. That's all I got was you don't understand.
That's all they had. You just don't get it, man.
Garrett, what do you got coming up?
Sunday Fun Day with Az, X-Ray, and Kara. And also Sunday, Forbidden Frontier. And then on Monday, I'm streaming the Mad Max game and trying to wrap that up, cleaning up the freaking wasteland. That game's so good. Underrated. If you haven't played it, go play that game. It's awesome.
Furiosa's not in it. It's lame.
That's it. It came out the same year, and it was totally underrated. Not enough people played it.
Yeah.
And Furiosa is not in it at all.
I bought it for like, what was it, $5?
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. I bought it because Garrett.
Play it, dude.
Yeah, eventually.
Solid game. And maybe I'll play this freaking Batman, this Lego Batman game. You see this thing? I'm not into Lego Batman at all. But like,
I've played the first couple Batman Lego games, and they're fun, and they're kid stuff, but they're fun. This one is like Arkham.
Yeah, it's like full on Arkham City, but you're
really
Lego. It looks kind of cool.
It's like the Arkham. It's got like the Arkham games combat system. It's an open world. You're gliding around and shit. Yeah,
I should probably.
But there is a rainbow suit in it though. It's very good.
You should play Arkham.
Good game, dude.
I could play Arkham.
Why would you play Arkham City, dude? Play it. It's so good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do a gaming stream in the next couple days, so maybe it'll be Arkham.
Maybe,
or maybe it'll be Witcher.
You should just start off with Arkham City, Gary.
You really should. Yeah, that's where it peaked.
I own it.
Yeah, because it's not like he's gonna play all through Arkham Asylum, then get to City. Just play City.
Yeah. That's good point.
I'm still playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer.
There you go. Look at Paul gaming. Geezer gaming.
I made games.
Yes, you did.
Look at Neil gaming.
Dude, you've actually done stuff in your life, like a lot of stuff. Yeah.
I've been lucky to just keep going on from one thing I love to another.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Dr. Demento who just retired, by the way. This is a Dr. Demento legend, Paul Chato, with the Frantics.
Boot to the head.
Boot to the head.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You gave me.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's so cute.
Mr. Canoehead, Canada's aluminum-headed crime fighter.
And he was standing with little Tyler Durden.
Dace Gunnels.
They're just hanging out together. Chrissy, what do you got coming up?
Ooh, Content House is coming up in a couple of weeks. It's gonna be 4 days of live comedy shows and podcasts, September 3rd through the 7th, up in the Catskills. You guys come hang out with us. You can book your room at villaroma.com. Use promo code Chrissy Mayer to get to our room block. And then you can buy tickets for the shows on Eventbrite. Dave Landau, Rich Voss, Anthony Cumia. A lot of really funny comics are going to be there. So hope to see you guys there. Could be fun.
I'm working on my 5-minute stand-up routine.
Ooh.
It's one of my bucket list items.
Oh,
As a
really?
sketch comedian.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, sketch is different from stand-up.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
You should take your shirt off. That's really funny.
Yeah, start shirtless.
Guess who just messaged us, everybody?
Disparu. Good morning.
I'm so proud.
How's he doing?
All right, now that we know he's alive, screw him for not coming.
Fuck him.
I was willing to push all my chips in on the screw him thing.
Letting it ride.
Ryan, what do you got coming
up? Sports Wars on Sunday mornings. My channel. I'm adding a new stream. Monday night, I'm kicking off a stream. Me and Vera Dark are going to be doing a stream. It's going to be called the 9/11 podcast.
Nice.
Because we're going to start at 9 and go to 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Topical makes sense. And then of course, Geeks and Gamers Daily, every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
He sounds so fun.
At 11 a.m. until the day I die.
So, can our Harry Potter podcast be called the Building 7 podcast?
It can. Like, we got to think of something creative, a little edgy, but like within the Harry Potter universe. We got to do something like that.
The 9.5 platform. What's it? Something and a half.
We have
9 3/4.
I got demonetized.
Like, we'll call it like the platform 3/5 compromise or something.
I got demonetized for this was when YouTube was still lame. When I was doing my gaming, and it was like Gary Potter and the Chamber of Bigots, and shit like that. It might have been something I said in the game. Like it probably had nothing to do with the title and all the other shit. But
I love it.
Yeah. Paul, what do you got coming up?
So I've got one of my favorite things already up on Call Me Chato, which is my TV guide.
Yes.
I've got 1989 up. I love doing these, and that has become a favorite of everyone on my channel. So I'm up to 18 of these now.
That's crazy.
The last one I have is 2001. So once I hit 2001, I guess I stopped doing them. So that's been fun. That's a great adventure and allows me to do old man thinking and dive in there and make historical comments just for you young kids so you can remember what TV is like.
Yep. Because you're going to forget someday.
Appalling News is going strong and having just a ripper and fun time making fun of all the stupid things that are happening out there, which doesn't seem to end for some.
It never ends.
Anyway, thank you very much for having me. And
Paul, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. We love you, man.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're amongst friends. We're stupid in our free time too. Yeah. So
Sure. I'm very comfortable here.
There you go.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
How you going, Gary?
I'm going to end the show. What about Shad? I knew I was forgetting somebody. Hi, Shad. What do you got coming up, buddy?
So, in regards to my favorite sci-fi ships, I kind of like the smaller ones more than the big ones.
Oh,
and I have to say that Delta Flyer is one of my favorite. Now that I think about it, what do you think of Delta? Is that one get overlooked? Like the Firefly, it's not bad. But another really good one. All right, the Enterprise E Captain's Yacht. Does anyone know that one?
No.
That one's a cool looking ship. You should look it up. Enterprise E Captain's Yacht. And I like the ones that you can kind of go solo, but also have.
Okay.
What happened to Shan?
Whoops.
Before we go, do you want me to read Ryan Kinnell's super chats?
How quickly?
Okay, I'll just read one. Then Ryan Kinnell for 10 says, last night I heard on the news there was a blackout in the city, so I locked my front door and stayed home.
Okay, how many are there?
2 more.
Go.
For another 10 says, can you believe I was just called racist for saying black paint? Apparently I should have said to the handyman, Jacon, please paint the door. Or maybe it's Joaquin. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Where is it?
Joaquin.
It's a donation. It's a donation.
Okay.
Sorry. What do you call 32 leftist white women in a room?
What?
One full-blooded Cherokee.
BLM asked me why their videos were so bad. I said their white balance was off.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh. Wow, we're going to end on a high note right there. Thank you, everyone, for watching and participating. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat donation. You help keep the lights on. Thanks to the Modrotics, the lurkers, and even the haters. We thank you for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Probably late. Oh, Friday night time. was good.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.